Aren't you not supposed to count the two?
I'm gonna mute
God,
it.
you
I'll see
idiot.
y'all in chat.
And welcome back to Nat19 Digimon Emblem Story. Session 15, I think we're at. Everything's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're correct.
And soon, everything will be more fine. As more people don't die.
You're right.
I'm going to jump straight into figuring out who I want to recap this. Now I can use a D6 to roll this.
Who do I want to die? Let's see.
Carrie,
roll the
what
D6.
happened? What happened 2 days ago?
Looks like Carrie's going to die.
Fucking die!
That's the
Okay.
true.
It's pretty much what happened. That's all that stuff. We were fighting fucking Strike-Demon, and our friendos, Hunter and Cherry and Noel came back and were like, yo, we'll fucking help you out and whatnot, and we eventually beat him, and it was fucking hard as dicks. And then Oliver like stayed in the cave and was super cool and like put on his headphones and whatnot, and then the cave all exploded, and we all think that he's fucking dead, but then we found out that he might be in the human world or something. I don't know. I did it.
That was
Thank you,
impressive.
Izzy.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Stop.
Gross.
No.
There
Not
is
clapping for that.
perhaps a
Thank
key
you.
piece of information that... Oh, geez. Kid Boy, thank you for the $40 donation. I like the way you're a kid and also a boy and also 108. All right.
You know, the reason he can probably donate so much is because he's actually 108 years old.
It's true.
Does that inherently mean he has a lot of money?
Yeah.
Sending his
God,
pension right now.
I'll
Got a
be-
lot of time
He's
to
had
make
a lot
money.
of time.
It's a lot of time to make money.
God, I wish that were me.
One day my age will loop back around and I'll be a kid boy again.
I mean, he's still a kid boy. He's just 108 years old.
A human can't actually live past 150, you see. When they reach 150, they go back to 8.
What he did was he actually found the fountain of youth, kept himself as a kid boy, but he's been alive for 108 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. All right. So, guys, what other key thing happened at the end of last game that perhaps wasn't mentioned?
Garfelg Digivolved.
Oh yeah!
Yes.
Was that the thing?
Yep, Garfield
Garfield
himself.
went up level.
He went into
Garfield-
Mega Garfield mod.
Gartholomew Digivolved, and we're all so proud of him, but we're kind of more
Just
upset
talking
about
about
his...
death. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you kind of picked
my
like...
moment, fucking. How dare you die?
Yeah, sorry, Garfelg, everything kind of got distracted.
Neat. What other thing happened?
We got a message
There
from
we go.
somebody.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Kay was like, "Hey yo, Mir," and so we're heading back to Raymond's house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Don't worry about Kay. She's kind of. Sometimes she's a little bit, you know, freaking trying to be bigger than what she actually is and taking my spots in magazines. But don't worry about it. She's fine.
I'm not better.
Oh.
It's
Ow.
fine. She's famous for a completely different reason than me. We don't have any rivalry going on because of that. We can actually hang out, but we don't because we're too cool for that.
So,
Right, you know.
to be fair, you haven't, like, seen her in several years. You're just aware of her.
Well, I mean, I saw her earlier today.
Oh, yes, you saw her earlier today, but I mean, like, outside this place, you haven't actually, she hasn't been around for a long time. She sort of went off the map at one point and disappeared from the public eye.
As she does.
Her and her grandfather. Well, sorry, her father, not grandfather. My brain just went to a different cliche.
Yeah, well, you know, I've had a lot of things going on, so I just assumed she wanted her privacy, and I want mine, so you know, whatever.
So,
We weren't friends.
you guys are
We knew
outside
each
the
other.
cave. You got a message that stated effectively, come back to Raymond's condo whenever you can. It's time to go home, Kay Walters.
It's about time.
However, you guys don't have to do that. What would you like to
No one's
do?
already
We're
said that's
already
where she's
doing it,
going.
though.
If anybody wants to tell her no, then
Yeah, fuck.
She's mentioned this to everybody.
yeah, she's mentioned that she knows Kay.
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, I want to go
She
home
has a
because I
dinosaur.
want hot dog. Like,
Oh,
I get that. I really do.
hey.
she'll tell them that she has a dinosaur, and you know that's pretty cool.
oh.
Oh my gosh, Gothfeld will have a dino buddy.
Aww.
Yeah!
So will Commandramon. He'll be awesome.
He
You hear that?
he puts his hand
Sealstrom
up,
up.
just goes like, Sealstrom.
Whoa, hey,
Yeah,
wait a
seal,
bit.
seal.
Can talk
Listen,
about
I'm new
this.
to this whole Digivolve thing. I'm still getting used to calling Lekismon Lekismon.
Let's go bigger Hyokomon.
Boom.
Let's go bigger Hyokomon. I mean Buramon.
But I'm gonna
That's
try my
my
best now that I
favorite
know.
Come on,
They're
John.
immediately all so jovial after their friend died.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
That is not true at all. No, that is
Let's
not
just
true. at
call
all.
We're masking our
Professional
pain through
pride.
humor.
Cherry
None
has
of
a
us
short
have any
attention span.
Doing that in real life.
There is no being jovial. There's being angry. There's no being jovial.
I mean, Cherry has
Especially
a very
that-
short
One
words.
of two things happened in that cave. Either Oliver died and she's angry at herself, or Oliver left without telling her and she's angry at Oliver.
Yeah.
One of those two things happened.
So what do you guys want to do, ultimately?
Where do we go?
I guess while Noelle walks towards away from the cave, she'll turn back to the others like, "Did you guys drive here or anything?"
No, we walked through the city.
Yeah.
I feel like
And we
maybe
should-
we should take a long rest
We should-
because we're not looking great.
We should definitely do that, and also on our way back, we need to be careful because there are things patrolling the city right now.
Patrolling.
Very true.
Yeah.
Like
we-
what?
Are they?
We got attacked by a giant bee-looking thing. It's way bigger than the one we fought at the radio station.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It shot
That's not good.
lasers and missiles, and it looked like a bad time.
It was a bad time.
It was a bad time, I can attest.
Well, I'd rather be in the city than beside this place that has an alarm going off.
Yeah.
Mm.
In fact, I think we don't have enough time to rest at all. He said to leave, that people are coming here, and told us that we might want to leave.
We should move, but we should take some time to kind of breathe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over to Buramon. Buramon, can you find us some sort of vehicle somewhere?
He looks around. We are in the middle of a forest currently.
I meant by flying ahead. Don't be cute, Buramon. I meant by flying ahead.
I could try.
I was gonna suggest, I noticed, Paige, you kind of have some spells that are similar to mine in the healing sense. Maybe we could both, like, heal everybody. And from what I can tell, the spell works in increments based on time. So as we're walking, we could heal people. Fuck off! I'm trying to help.
That was elegant.
I get you. I get what you're saying, Jerry.
I'm so emotionally damaged right now. I
Everybody's
can't
trying
stop
so
laughing.
hard. People are trying so hard to like say it without actually saying the names of the spells and everything like that.
Paige gonna walk in and be like, "Okay, I got 2d6s." Like fucking ruined.
Characters.
Oh fuck.
Do you want to cast Prayer of Healing on the way back? Is that your goal?
Yes.
Oh.
That's
Is
what
my-
I was thinking.
Is my aura still happening?
No.
Or oh, I can't. I'm done.
Oh no.
You done?
I got to me 1 D point left, and it's a 3rd level spell, and it's gone now.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so I
Prayer
can't
of
help nobody.
Healing is 2nd level, but yeah.
Yeah.
You can help.
Yeah, I can. Because I'm so helpful.
So you, yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast. I would allow you to cast if you're walking at a normal pace. The edge of the city is about an hour away walking, so you could cast it 6 times on the group.
Cool. I would like to do that.
So 2 major questions in regards to that. 1, you can only target 6 people with each cast. So the first time, who do you want to target?
All right, who's looking the worst? Who's not doing too hot?
In terms of total
Almost
damage,
everyone.
Baraimon.
All right,
Doraemon's fucked.
Doraemon is 1.
To make this simple,
I
you
was
just
just a
want to go
little
down. Do you want to do the 6 people with the most damage?
Yes.
Okay.
That's basically what I was saying. That works perfectly.
So Baraimon, Egomon,
Lego my Egomon.
Egomon.
Seals Dramon, Isaac.
Hackmon's not on the combat tracker.
Now Hackmon is not selected at the top either. Oh, there he is.
What are you talking about?
I don't
What
know,
do you
man.
mean?
He's incidentally, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's like, I wasn't touched. Even though that Strike Dramon totally went only at me in that last fight because the AoA scared of me. But
For sure.
let's see, and then Isaac, and then the next person down is Garfield. And then we need one
I'm just doing a
more.
bit.
And then who's next? And then Noelle. The only person that is damaged that is not going to be healed by this is Paige.
Oh no.
Cool.
Paige only has 16 damage though. So yes. Now my second
Yeah,
question.
I can heal her.
Now that we've determined your
Yeah.
targets, my second question is, it takes 2d points to cast it, and then you can increase the healing that everyone gets by 1d8 for each other d point you use. So, do you want to cast it at base level, or do you want to cast it with extra d points?
I think casting it with extra D points would probably be helpful, but you're gonna have to walk me through it because my brain is scrambled right now.
It's
I
just, it's just a matter of every extra d point that you use, you will heal all the people you're healing by an extra 1d8.
Okay. Can I use 3 D points then?
Total or extra?
Extra.
Okay.
Or 2. 2 extra.
Okay, so you're gonna use 4 ultimately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bep. Go to Prayer of Healing and hit the heal button.
Okay, okay. Boop.
All right, you healed 17 points to all those people. That's one of your 6 tries. Yeah, for the most part, it. Oh, I didn't target Black Garurumon. Yeah,
You bitch!
he actually had a lot of damage.
Yeah. My boy!
Gonna knock Noelle off there and put Black Garurumon on for the next one because Noelle's doing the best in health.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
So yeah, so that was one use. Sorry, Aaron.
Yes.
Check your bits.
Check the bitch. Okay, checking the bitch. Oh my god!
What?
Well,
happened?
hi, 30,000 bits. How you doing? So remember when I did this Wednesday, except now I'm the final boss in 5 different streams. Does that mean that Carrie gets paid twice? I mean,
What?
I don't know what you mean by the Carrie bit, but yeah,
I'm very confused.
good job with that. I'm sorry, I need to stop game for just a second to bring the stream boss up. I need to know how much health he has.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
40,000? Yeah, because it's bits. It's not a ridiculous amount, but Jesus, though, 30,000 bits. Thank you.
What is that? What does that equate to?
$300?
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's
Oh.
kind of
Jumbo, you crazy bitch.
Bit.
Fucking Aaron just whole balls. Oh, Aaron.
Hot damn.
Just 1 second, I'm putting up a new donation goal. I feel like I don't use
words
donation
like
goals
that
for what they're
forever
intended
will-
for, but I don't care.
Yeah.
What is this month it's 06, right?
Yes.
03, 2018. Jesus, yeah, thank you, Jumbo. Jeepers. Just
Jeepers
Jeepers.
Jeeper.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Anyways.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was one use. You have
Yeah.
5 times you could use it, although realistically with 8 D points you can only actually use it another 4 times.
Okay.
Do you want to use it again? And then here's the thing. Here's basically the microeconomy of this. By using extra D points, you're effectively saving yourself time by adding extra healing to the initial cast. So
Okay.
The most damage that somebody currently has is 119, so you got a lot of points to heal still. Also, I should probably throw Shoutmon back onto the combat tracker, because he is traveling with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah. However, he's going off his own stat block now. He's not going to be going off of previous points. Anyways, so you want to use it again?
Yeah.
Do you want
to...
How many D points do you want to use?
Two.
Extra or total?
Extra.
Okay. So.
I
mean, if you plan, here's the thing: if you plan to use it again after this, you might as well just do 4. Like, you might as well just use however much you intend to use all at once. Otherwise, this is just a circle.
Fair. Whatever. Yeah. Might as well just clean me out for D points.
All right, so 8 total. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit the heal button. All of you just healed 39 points.
Yay!
So as you guys walk, she brings it up and uses the function for the first time. It takes a while to load. It heals you all. She grumbles, annoyed at how long that took, and then just puts her hand against the part of it that takes D points, and it's just like, charge! And next time she casts the spell, it heals you guys for a lot more. See, now you have 4 additional hours you could use. Or not hours, you have 40 minutes left. You could generate more D points if you wanted. Does anybody else want to do anything during this trip?
No,
are all my D points still there, or should I generate more?
Your D points... Where's Noel's sheet? Noel, you still have 23. Holy shit, you still have 23.
Dude,
oh my god.
I used 7 HD, man.
Yeah, oh, alright.
I was just making sure they were still there.
Unless you get knocked unconscious and knocked down to, and you fail all your death saving throws.
Sometimes during rests they go away, but it's long rest, right?
It's long rest, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Also, I should note that during this 1 hour hike that you guys are going through, this is a short rest if you want it to be. So if anybody wants to use HD to recover health, you can.
Can I try to identify that fucking staff again?
You may.
I'll hand it over to him. Like, here you go.
Go ahead and roll analyze.
Duh.
Congratulations. Yeah! Congratulations. You finally got high enough that I can tell you with absolute certainty that there's nothing unidentified about that staff.
Okay, perfect.
It's like, thanks, man.
That's all I wanted.
All right. Just to have the mystery off the table?
Yeah.
All right.
Question. In character, like, do we feel like we can trust Kay? Because if we don't, I could try using clairvoyance to spy on the apartment and see what's going on there.
That's not really my choice, is he?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the party.
Oh.
I just question.
Oh, Noel, do you trust this person? You said you know her.
Well, a couple of years back, she disappeared. Like, I haven't seen her in quite a while. As far as everything's concerned, I thought she was, well, just part of my past. But earlier today, she showed up with a dinosaur and saved me, so...
Is she famous or something? Because she's very recognizable.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been in a lot of magazines. I guess you could say she's somewhat famous. I mean, we're both kind of the same level of fame, to be honest.
Roll wisdom, Hunter. Just to check. Okay. You can roll. Actually, if you want, you can roll history if you've got it.
If you know her name, you probably know mine. I'm just saying, you know. I'm just...
If I'm proficient.
It's not like anyone reads magazines anymore.
Could it be just a straight intelligence check then?
If you, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna use a inspiration on this.
You would want it to be intelligence.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart boy with 18
smart boy.
intelligence.
Hey!
But you don't get inspiration.
I know, but still.
So, apart from the feeling you got earlier where I said, like, you recognize the name, you do remember just hearing about, she actually was in your school, even though she's a bit older than you. You're in. What is your age again, Hunter? You are.
He's 12.
Yeah, you're 12. She's like late teens, like she's 17, 18. She wasn't in the school anymore by that point, but the school is very proud of what she did. She was the adopted daughter of a famous scientist named Dr. Edgar Damocles Walters. Man voted to have most foreboding name of the year.
Okay, right?
Ridiculous.
Because you got a high roll, the Damocles bit was a nickname he got because of his research. He was working on running programs for a satellite that they were planning to launch. But he was just basically a celebrity scientist, and she was an exceptional young woman in her field. That was excelling and probably going to live up to her adopted father's reputation. And then suddenly a couple years ago, people think they got put under the witness protection program for some reason because they effectively just disappeared from the public eye. They either moved or completely went into hiding. And apart from the though they were a celebrity scientist family, it's not like they were movie stars, so people initially were like, where'd they go? And then a few months later got over it, because they weren't, it's not that sort of fame. But yeah, so you recognize it as she was a bit of a local celebrity, mostly for her adopted father, and has been gone for a while.
Wow.
And apparently now is doing Digimon things.
So, how do you know her? She's like a super smart girl.
Oh,
Damn.
that shade.
That's
You'd
a
be
good question.
You'd be surprised how many times different people can get in different things. Whenever I was still living in Japan, there was a lot of different magazine shoots and things that I sometimes found her at. It's not like we're friends or anything. It's just she's interesting. Shrugs.
Now she's
I was
here.
really confused whenever my dad moved over here, and I thought I would see her again because this is the town she was from. But again, apparently she went missing.
Okay.
She showed up a little bit ago, and I would have loved to have caught up with her a bit and asked her what has been going on. But again, there was kind of a problem, and you guys were getting killed by rocks.
Yeah. Well, now we're not. So.
Thank you guys for coming to help us, by the way.
Well, obviously, we weren't gonna leave you in anything.
I don't know what happened. There was some sort of something last night, and we woke up on these bridges. I wish we could have been around more. I wish we could have been there for you guys, but we didn't leave.
Yeah, we were kidnapped by not Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if any of you thought it was me that said to go outside and split,
Yeah, no,
Oh
I
my
understand. Shout about
God.
that.
I don't know who thought that.
just like gives each and every one of them just like a death glare.
No, God, none of us thought that.
None of us thought that.
Yeah.
So, Buraimon, I assume, is you send him ahead to like look at the edge of the city, try to find a vehicle.
Yes.
I'd like you to roll me a perception roll for him. I rolled one of my own, but I want to see what you roll.
He has advantage on perception with sight.
Yeah. So he's it'll be coded in that he has advantage. Blah, 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 blah.
I rolled insight on your bullshit lying.
You don't know anything?
I did not, so if he tells me, that's fine.
Oh my god, and another 19.
16?
Jesus.
Hope you and your rolls today, buddy.
This is why I wanted Buddy to roll cherry. If I was...
Alright, so 16. Okay, then I'll tell you how that goes once you get to the edge of the city, but he will have found some vehicles. Whether or not they are useful for your purposes or their keys are in them is another matter, but you guys could try to
We'll just try to hotwire it like
yeah.
we did the other one.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if using a vehicle when we get there is the best idea. I think we should try to take the quietest, sneakiest route back.
I actually wanted to ask, is Buraimon searching in any particular way? Did you give him any additional instructions?
I told him to look for vehicles, and once they said there was a big B out there, I did tell him. Also, if you see the big B, let me know. I didn't tell him to hide from the big B.
Yeah.
I told him if we saw the big B, let me know.
So I'm gonna go ahead and boop. Okay.
Oh God.
I can't believe Buraimon's fucking dead.
Fucking damn.
Noel just fades away. It's like, yeah, when I was in Japan, it was a lot of here I go.
Just like, she's just
I don't
She
feel so good.
trusts Doraemon to be able to take care of himself.
I mean, Buraimon's like one of the people in the party that could actually fight the bee, because flying. Yes, Izzy?
Oh, I was just gonna ask Shoutmon if he could be on the lookout for enemies, since he seems to be pretty good at, detecting.
Yep. He could absolutely be doing that. Let's see, Shoutmon, what is your passive perception, anyways?
It's like night.
Yeah, so he's he's watching the area. I won't determine a marching order for you guys just yet, but in this particular case, but yeah, he's keeping an eye out, scanning the area.
Yeah, plus I think sensor vision says he has advantage on rolls to detect enemies.
Mm-hmm. If anything tries to jump out at you, since you told me he's watching, I'll give him a legitimate perception check.
Hell yeah.
Buraimon. Does Buraimon... Also, he went ahead, so we'll assume that he went ahead after, those 20 minutes of healing. Then he was like, alright, I'm off.
I hate how he's still heavy, by the way.
Do you want... He has 22 HD remaining and no form to digivolve up into. Do you want him...
I would love for him to heal.
How much do you want him to heal by? He has
10 of those.
Alright, do you want me to roll them? I can just rapid fire them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, he's good.
Yeah, he was good at the end there. Bam. He did use one more than you wanted, but you chose that number,
that's fine. Whenever he was down there, I punched him, and then he punched me back, and we both laughed at it, and then he healed again.
Alright, cool.
Can you do the same with Garurumon for me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
How many?
We'll do 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, he's got
Fucking 5.
Yep. Other people that are taking a lot of damage. Lekismon is 25 damage. Do you want to heal Lekismon?
Yeah.
How
Let me
much?
heal my girl.
How many by?
Yeah, maybe 8.
Whoa. Probably
No.
don't need that much.
Are
Probably
you
don't.
Not
sure?
that much at all, actually.
Cool. 5.
Light damage.
Yeah, it's like that.
Listen, I'm.
Math
Yeah,
is not my friend.
Alright, there you
Math
go.
is really not.
Lekismon is now back at full. And let's see.
Hey.
We will assume that Shadramon used a bunch of his, and yeah, does Legomon wanna...
Legomon, I love it!
Legomon wants to heal, yes.
How many by?
Let's go with 8. Oh, well, he's probably gonna go over.
Oh.
Oh?
Nope, exactly enough.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Do any of the kids want to use a short rest to... I mean, Sealstramon is 13 damage. Does Sealstramon want to use, 2 HD?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 20 of them from the looks of it, so yeah, he'll use 2.
Done. And, yeah, Noelle and Paige. Paige, do you have any HD left?
I have 7 HD, but I have 1 D point, so I'm like,
Alright, and now we get to the last thing I'm going to ask during this short rest. Do you guys, before hitting the edge of the city, because who knows what dangers await in the city, does anybody want to generate D points?
I do.
girl.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Alright, so just going across the list at the top. Cherry, you have 8 HD. How many do you want to generate? 4? Alright, roll me 4d6. Oh, hey, Digimon's playing.
Digivolve?
What?
How much does it take to Digivolve?
10 points
Hey, that was Lekismon, but still.
It takes 10, noting that you still have like several hours of evolution left in your Digimon.
Okay, mine's several hours. Okay, cool.
Because each of the squares on the map is 1 hour of travel, and it will only take you guys a total of 2 squares left in the city. So yeah, when you get back to the house, you'll still have a full hour of evolution left. Okay, and now, yeah, Hunter, how many do you want to use?
I'll use 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, roll 5d6.
Bruh. Fuck.
Not terrible. When you account that you don't have to digivolve.
Yeah.
Isaac, how many? You have 2 HD.
I have 2 HD left. I think. I'll
Use them.
use
Just
I know, but there's also functions that I could use them for. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll use both of them.
All right, roll 2d6.
Okay. Better be fucking good. Oh,
Oh my boy!
that's upsetting.
Don't worry. Noel, do you want to generate any? Or you got 23 points?
I have 23.
Yeah, you're fine. Garfield.
I'm okay. I do have a question before we get to the thing, but I'll wait till everybody else is done.
Garfield, you have 6 HD and 6 D points. Do you want to generate more?
Sorry, do D points reset when we take a long rest?
Yes, they go down to 0.
But your HD go back up, so you can get more D points, so it's fine.
But only like half. Is it you get half back on a long rest?
Yeah.
And I think I'll wait it out. I'll see how this goes, because don't usually. I don't have a lot of like battle spells. I think I'll be okay.
That's fair. There's no necessity for it. I just wanted to give you guys the option while it's happening, just in case you wanted to use anything in particular. I'm just going through. I'm short resting all the rookie Digimon, in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing.
I do have one thing I'd like to do before we leave the forest.
So let me hit these buttons real quick, and then absolutely just hit these
Am I not
buttons.
allowed D points? Fuck.
Oh, did you? Oh, yes, there you are. Why do I keep missing your icon on there?
What's your fucking problem?
I
Because she
don't.
looks like a Digimon.
I don't know what my problem is.
Hey,
If I knew that, I wouldn't have an internet job. But rest. Where's the last one? And Sistermon, short rest. I said short rest, Sistermon. All right, good. Okay, how many do you want to generate, Paige?
I'm gonna use 2, which will give me 3.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me 2d6. Or 3d6, sorry.
I was gonna say, fuck you. Wait, D6.
Yeah, because of the
you're
level
leveling up.
you're at now.
Okay. Sweet.
As you level, do not... All right.
Oh, fucking of course.
You really carried it up, didn't you?
I sure did carry that up.
You... Yep. You know, it's a totally different meaning in our game to say that you carry the party.
It's fine though,
really
because
is.
it's fine though because you get the extra one whenever you do that stuff like that, right?
That
Yeah.
accounts for the extra one.
You really carried it up, didn't you?
I really fucking did.
All right, so what is it that you want to do, Noel, before...
You had said a while back that we could use message to talk with our partners if we had message.
Yes.
I'd like to check up on Doraemon before we get out of the forest.
Cool. I'd like you to roll me 1d100.
Oh, that doesn't sound amazing.
I believe in
That
you.
sounds amazing. That sounds
Don't
amazing.
carry it up!
Don't carry it up.
How do I do that again?
Go to the D10, right-click, click the percent die, and then drop it onto the...
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Right.
Jeez, Dico.
Jeepers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, good. Now roll me another perception check for him. Or investigation. Do investigation.
That's the same roll.
All right.
Except I don't get advantage. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Can we take the first 16?
Well, they all accounted for different things. So he, when you send a message for him, is it just asking for a general update?
Basically, yeah. I'm making sure that he's fine.
He's flying just a bit over some of the buildings, keeping an eye out for the giant mechanical cannon bee. He reports back, saying like, I found some vehicles, but most of them have been run into buildings or don't look like they work anymore. You might be able to hotwire some of them, I'm not sure. I haven't bumped into that Digimon they mentioned.
If you haven't seen that Digimon, then we should probably just stay on foot. Keep an eye out.
He nods and then realizes like, oh wait, you can't. Roger. Alright. Does anybody else have anything they want to deal with before you... Oh wait, Raymond, you... Fucking one sec. Raymond is currently not having a good... He's gonna go ahead and roll his... Because he needs health. Alright, good.
There you go.
Raymond checks his pants. Yep, there's poop.
Oh, Raymond.
Those are poop pants there.
Raymond stands there with his only not evolved Digimon, feeling like scum.
I give him the sack that I used to put Terry in. And I also
You give him the
him
sack,
White
dude.
Hunter's face
Everyone
off.
else is
Guys,
there, they're
okay,
fucking
everybody's
evolved
talking
into
at once. Please don't do that. Jesus Christ, that was like 5 people. All
That was
right.
the definition of clusterfuck.
Yeah, that was like... That was extreme. Okay, Deco, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Neat.
Oh.
Carrie, what were you doing?
Nothing. I was making fun of Raymond.
That's what I was doing too.
All right, neat.
It was very important.
Oh,
Wow.
I was saying I was handing him the sack that I used to put Cherry in to wipe off Hunter's face so he could have new underwear.
I see.
I was
We're
saying that
functioning
he
people.
I was saying that he feels like scum because he's standing there with his not evolved Digimon.
You're saying Commander Mine was scum
Carry
from
high
like
five.
15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
All right. So hitting the edge of the city, you guys meet back up with Boraimon. I am going to have to now roll a D10 or a D100 myself. Blip. Oh, you're some lucky ducks, I have to say.
Oh,
Pokemon's a chicken.
Go home.
Oh.
I'm just gonna drop there. Hunter, you get to represent the players.
I love that.
Oh, good.
Actually, wait. No, you don't. Because I just have this blank token. There we go.
There we go. I was gonna say he's not a leader type.
How dare you?
You know what sucks? We don't have Oliver to get us through this a lot quicker.
oh God.
Oh.
Alternatively, I could just spend all this time futzing over which of these I want. Oh look, it's Aaron's Digivice token. It will represent the party.
Oh no.
So you guys,
Right.
assuming you guys still have that map up,
We have a map up?
Yeah.
I do not.
For inter-island travel. You guys, that Digivice will represent where you are. Each of those spaces is an hour, twice that if you're sneaking around. So, who wants to be the unlucky person that gets to roll 1d100?
Me.
You did it already. Somebody else.
I guess, I mean, today's not been a great day. I probably shouldn't.
I'll roll it.
All right, Eric.
I don't like this, but I'm gonna.
We believe in you.
Don't worry, Eric. Just have courage.
Oh.
Well.
I don't know what that even means.
And it's under 40. All right.
Oh no.
Beep.
Bring it on. Bring it fucking on.
Bring it on.
So,
I want to hurt something. Since
you
Oliver
guys meet
disappeared.
up with Boraimon, who is near a couple of cars in a parking garage that he found, that he seems to think are intact enough and not overgrown with random foliage and whatnot from the digital world that he's like, you could probably use these if you manage to hotwire them.
Does anyone know how to hotwire a car?
Approaches and looks inside.
I hate that we don't have all of our.
I could try.
I was hoping we could find something that was being driven whenever everything happened, but I guess we could look into these.
For driving out in the open with a car, then
I
don't know.
understand
I
your
don't
I understand your concerns. I really do. But if we had something like a car, we'd be able to go a lot faster away from this place than on foot.
yeah,
She's right, you know.
Teep, 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 teep.
yeah, she is. All right.
So this is like one of those like multi-story car garages that you often see in the middle of cities. I'm just gonna, on the players, I'm just gonna roll this generally against you guys. But where
Oh,
is it?
no.
Oh no.
DC 15.
Behold, 5 cannon
I
beamons.
have structure collapses on you.
That would kind of be the worst.
So, you guys specifically first of all, Paige and Noelle, you guys didn't roll them technically, but secret Nat19s, congratulations.
Yeah.
You get inspiration. You
Oh,
two,
hell yeah.
not the others, but you two, hear something that only Paige recognizes. You hear a sound in the distance. What sounds like a very large engine roar rumbling up above you guys.
Fucking what do I think it is? Tell me. What do I do?
You recognize it as the sounds that the cannon beamon makes when it's moving around.
Oh shit!
You guys
okay.
are currently in an enclosed space. You're not outside. You are in a building.
Okay.
But you hear it loud enough and up above you guys that you can tell the cannon beamon is currently overhead.
Okay.
For those that are at home that are wondering exactly, oh, where's this? Oh, it's because I'm in that. I see. The Logan often has the wrong category of images up, not allowing him to find what he's looking for. That is how the Logan do. Share.
What an idiot.
That is the cannon beamon, and it is very, very big. It is larger than a
Fine.
tank.
We killed its wife.
How many times bigger than a Waspmon is that?
Several. Each of those, I'd say 5 or 6 times at least.
Oh, so like
it's larger than a tank.
a Waspmon could pop out of one of those little things.
And Waspmon are pretty big too.
Waspmon are quite large.
I mean, probably Fan Beamon could come out of those little things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like swarms of them.
I would say a Waspmon would be, probably about a third of the size of it overall, if I had to guess in general dimensions. Like a Waspmon would be a little bit smaller than this thing if this thing didn't have the giant cannon units on its back. Like if it was just the bee and the cannon on the bottom, then the Waspmon would be slightly smaller than it.
Okay.
And Waspmon are pretty big, but with being large creatures.
I remember.
Okay, so we're still like inside.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be like, guys, I think Waspmon's outside.
Noelle's just looking up like, is there a car up there?
Oh yeah, did
It's here right
someone
now.
get the roll for that looking for enemies?
Sensor vision only operates up to a range of 60 feet. It's beyond that.
Curses.
I'm just gonna motion to the cars and like try to be like, hey, maybe we should like get away from the doors of this place and hide.
Agreed.
Definitely. Wait.
Yeah, let's do a hiding.
Okay. So I would like you guys to attempt to roll stealth then.
Oh.
Everyone or
us
the one with the
and-
highest?
Between you and your Digimon, figure out who is the higher one and roll that.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know, but let's just check.
I wonder, does Garfield
My
or Steelsdramon have the
Okay.
highest
This
health?
makes no sense.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
surprise you.
My stealthy boy.
oh,
Stealthy boy.
I can't imagine Isaac's scenario.
Dude,
Sure.
Doraemon and Steelsdramon have the same stealth.
Fucking Raymond is just gone. He nat 20'd.
Oh my gosh!
Boy.
We
He's like,
don't know where he is.
he's like, oh, it's the thing from earlier.
Hide in the backseat of a car.
Well, I don't want that.
not today. Not today.
I didn't
Oh,
realize he had
that's
smoke bombs.
Just an infinite
You
supply.
made him and you didn't realize.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did a bunch
good.
of weird hand signs. and
So here's the good news.
Uh-oh.
Here's the good news and here's the bad news. You guys all did pretty okay. Since you're inside and you're obscured anyways, you're relatively hidden. However, Shaydramon decided to pull the opposite of Raymond and nat 1'd. So,
Well, Shadramon's dead.
so
Shaydramon.
as this
wow.
cannon beamon descends, you guys like all hide behind cars and whatnot. As this cannon beamon slowly descends down and drifts
That
by
one
the
was
side of the
better,
building,
but you have to die.
its head adjacent to it looking in, Shaydramon looks up to it, hiding behind a car, and you can like hear the sound of his big armory claws scrunching together as if he's like gripping his fists, like, we can't let this go on forever. No, we have to do this now! And he lunges out at it.
No.
He just like looks at it and just like turns to the others. Who even is this thing if it's not Doraemon?
Oh my god.
Explanations
Why?
later.
Well, guess we're not hiding. Goes
Oh
out.
God.
I mean,
Fucking leave him. I don't know him. Okay.
he,
Fuck it. I can't. I'm not leaving him. He was with Oliver. I'm got.
he bursts through the side of the building, his fist on fire, and punches the cannon beamon in the head. The cannon
Oh.
beamon backs up a bit, floats up. The two are now out in the street. You guys can pursue them out there if you want to.
I'm pursuing them.
This does not seem like the best tactical decision.
It is not.
But Ryan, that's gonna be-
Doraemon, time to kill.
I'm too scared to move.
All right.
Oh.
I'm just gonna bring up a map of the streets for the sake of it. 1 second. while I
Time to murder them, Doraemon.
Oh my god.
No.
We
This is
haven't
only
got enough
going to go
murder
well.
in today. Let's go.
Shaydramon.
I'm so glad we healed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is
Only
the
for us
exact
to
thing I was
die.
concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll give us hope that we might not.
I'm not getting involved in this.
Against this, I'm pretty sure, ultimate level Digimon.
Yes, that is what it is.
Oh, believe me, I have some ideas.
Oh, why are you the
plan is-
worst?
The plan is simple.
Oh,
No, it's not.
We hit it until it dies, you see.
So sharing this. Fucking didn't mean to reveal that whole area down there. Whatever.
Oh, jeez.
It's a big map. You guys have seen this map before.
Yeah. It just popped up and scared the shit out of me.
We haven't seen this map.
Oh, that's true. You haven't seen this map. So it's just
That
general
is-
city
Yeah.
map. All those big
Yeah.
squares are just buildings and whatnot.
We had to sneak our way through here.
it was about time.
I can imagine.
Guess what they were hiding from?
Was it a cannon beamon?
It was the cannon beamon.
It was probably
How'd you guess?
Cannon Beamon.
Mm-hmm.
It was that big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, he's gonna
Where are
be.
we on this?
He's a gargantuan creature, by the way.
Fuck.
I
He
wonder
is
what his mega level looks like.
much smaller, actually.
Yeah, isn't it like a humanoid?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what, Tiger Vespamon or something? He's
Something like that. It's actually pretty cool.
He's a
Yeah, he's-
badass.
It's badass if
I
it's
would
not
not have
killer.
minded having a fan Beamon as my Digimon. Let's just say that.
Fair.
I'm just gonna throw you all onto the
get that.
map, kind of pseudo randomly here. The Digimon more up front than you guys.
Time to test out these new rules.
Oh.
Well, here we go.
Well,
All right.
straight to our deaths.
The health has been adjusted for the fact that we don't
actually
have
don't
any
know if
attacks.
we should.
Beep.
No.
Let's leave.
Oh, Hackmon and
Hey, there's
Garurumon
Raymond. I found him.
or something.
Wait, what?
Raymond is. We'll say that Raymond is still like poofed into the building, looking out. Black Agumon's back there with him.
Fucking evolve! God!
Alrighty.
What are you waiting
You know, maybe it
for?
just takes some people longer than others.
All
Paige.
right, whatever.
Bloomer.
All right, my boys. So, those in the chat, we've changed the rules of the game slightly to affect for pacing. So if you wonder why combat happens differently, basically, Digimon and their tamer's turn are now combined into one, and they get one action between the two of them, and then each gets a bonus action, and the tamer can use their bonus action for some unusual things. But hopefully you'll catch on as time goes on. It's just for the sake of pacing, because turns took fucking forever before.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going
Could I
to
preemptively cast Fire Shield?
go. If like as you rush out there, you absolutely can.
Okay.
So
we can
Are you
preemptively cast
rushing
something?
out there?
what?
Oh,
Oh,
is
I'm rushing out there.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
who is?
assume that Bao Hackmon wants to.
Oh yes. As soon as like you guys are like we're going in, he's like, yeah, we're going in. Besides, we can't just let that thing roam the city, can we?
If we can preemptively do stuff, can I preemptively warding bond?
I will give you all. Your tamers can each take one action. Absolutely. Just going down from the top then, for the sake of it. Cherry, do you want to do anything on your initial turn?
Mage armor on Lekismon.
All right, go ahead and 1 sec. Go ahead and target Lekismon, and
Oh, okay. I can do this.
I'm gonna take this off of self.
There we go. And then
Go ahead. Make sure you. Well, I'll knock the D point off since I'm there anyways.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Raymond is not gonna do anything. Hunter, go ahead and use Fire Shield. Using it on Hackmon or using it on yourself?
On Hackmon.
Okay.
Oh, too bad Hackmon isn't here. Bow Hackmon though.
Bow Hackmon.
Yeah.
Bigger Hackmon.
Bigger Hackmon.
Is that is
Big
Fire Shield
Hackmon,
concentration? It is not. It's just 10 feet.
Bigger Hackmon.
All right. So in that case, do you want it to be cold or fire?
I think the. I want
is
to
a
do the
big
fire damage, so I think it's the ice shield that does that. Or the. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, the ice shield gives you resistance to fire.
Okay. I want to have resistance to fire damage.
Okay.
So it'll
So
do
the combo.
cold-
Okay, 1 sec. So Fire Shield, resist, fire, and then it does fire damage. So
Oh
go
wait,
ahead.
no, he's already resistant to fire.
It's true.
Oh.
Oh,
So
nice.
the cold one then.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm just gonna have that be.
Logan,
Yep.
is are Bao Hackmon and Garurumon connected to their combat tracker thing? It doesn't have like the green square around them.
That's true, it does not.
That's weird. It
Might be
should
too
be.
big for it.
Oh yeah, it's because their thing isn't adjusted for the right size. They are in there. See?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's
My
just
voice doesn't have
I really think that for NPCs, they should have a working size slider like on the sheet because
Yes.
they don't.
That would be so
That's
good.
annoying.
It's one of those things that it's like that seems
Yeah.
way simple. Like why isn't that there?
Yeah.
Because you'd
Thank
have.
you.
Huh?
I'm saying thank you. You get my boys a little green square, thank you.
Yep. So and then, so you want ice shield. So ice and resist. Does the ice shield give the It doesn't give the light, does it?
The
What?
ice shield, I think it does.
It does. All right. Then yeah, just apply that effect to it.
And I affected something. I affected. Is this a? Oh, it's still counting on as a self spell.
There. I should have changed it now. And minutes.
Neat.
There. Programming in a new spell. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
How dare you?
All right.
How dare you?
And Noel.
I'm gonna yell to Garfield. gonna tell him, don't he dare let anyone look back here.
Jesus.
What? Why? What are you doing?
She's gonna brace herself up against the wall, and she's gonna cast Warding Bond on Biramon.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Like, don't you dare let anyone look back here, Garfield.
Well, okay. There's a lot going on right now, so I don't really have
Don't
time
you
to
dare
ask
let anyone
why.
look at me.
Perception.
What is happening? What?
She doesn't want to be seen being nice, I think.
Okay.
So have you targeted Boraemon and applied Warding Bond to it?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, and now...
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I did. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and resist also. Now, any damage it takes, you'll also take. Cool.
She doesn't want people like looking at her and seeing her in pain, because usually she has an adrenaline rush of being in the battle, so she doesn't have to worry about it. Now she's like,
Paige.
I have to wait for pain.
Aura of vitality.
All right. Go ahead. So, where is it? Aura of Vitality. That's a level 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then apply to self. And then, Garfield, do you want to do anything on your initial little surprise round on the Cannon Beamon, effectively?
Let anyone look at me, Garfield.
Yeah. Yes. I get that. I don't know why, but I get that. Question: how far up is the cannon beam on, and how close is it to any of the buildings?
It is the closest building is the one that's off to the northwest of it, and it is 15 feet away from. Or wait, no, it is 10 feet away from the corner of it, and I'm gonna say that it's currently hovering, bobbing between 25 and 30 feet in the air.
Gotcha. Then,
So when you target it, currently just add 30 feet on whatever the arrow says.
Gotcha. I'm considering using spider climb,
Interesting.
but I'm just not sure how far he could jump off of a building.
I mean, he's a champion level Digimon, probably pretty far.
Champion, high dex, his feet use like hydraulics and like roller
So
skates
Spider
on
Climb are
them,
probably
so
pretty good.
I would give. What is it? So a Digimon, a high jump is normally.
He's like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
Roller skate. And I love it.
Oh.
Fucking chaos control. So high jump. You're looking for a high jump or long jump. As long as he gets 10 plus feet of movement, he can jump a number of feet equal to 3 plus his strength modifier. His strength modifier is 16. So, all right, no, that's your strength modifier. His strength modifier is 12. So he can jump 15 feet, either up or forward, if he gets a proper running jump.
Okay. And would that increase a little bit if he like goes way high up the building to get some distance before he jumps out?
Yes, if he goes on top of the building. I'm going to say, for the sake of it, that building is 25 feet tall.
Okay, so it's just about at the height that Fan Beamon's flying.
Yes, so as long as it's... Basically, as long as that Fan Beamon token is within 15 feet of that, and as long as it doesn't raise up farther, which it very well might, then I will say that it is within jumping distance. The only caveat to that is he will have to continuously get back up on top of the building and, like, take a jump at it if he wants to attack.
Gotcha.
But, you know, unless
But
the
that's not
situation
his best
changes.
bet, considering he doesn't have a gun anymore, so...
We're
Yeah.
on ground level right now, right?
Yes. Except for Shadraman, who is currently flying parallel to the Cannon Beamon.
Yeah.
I will target my boy and use spider climb.
Alrighty. Go
Alright,
ahead.
That's
A dragon!
Spider climb!
Shaped like a bee! That is a machine! lot going on with you.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright.
And this thing in particular.
But yeah, I will also note that, like, just based off your earlier question, because of spider climb, I definitely will consider the climb up the building to be a component of the run before the jump. So as long as he can make it to the top of that building, scaling the side of it, I'll count that as his lead up to his jump.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Alright. I've applied that. Back.
Make sure you take away your D points. Isaac, do you want to do anything before the battle officially begins?
I guess we're doing it. He's gonna cast Hex on that boy.
Oh, do it.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Do actually, can I? What's the range on that actually?
Hex, 90 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can totally do that.
Yeah.
Um,
You place a curse on a creature you see within range until the spell ends. It does an extra 1d. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. In this case, obviously, it'll be that Egomon does an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
I like that. That's his name now.
I have decided, because I cannot for the life of me be confident that I'm saying the correct thing at any point.
So I'm just gonna confidently say
upsetting.
the incorrect thing that I know is incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
okay, so
when
just
it's
hit that
willfully
side.
incorrect, at least it's a decision.
Yeah.
So,
So slap the effect on him, right?
yes.
I think he gets disadvantage on a skill of your choice.
Did I just give?
or-
I didn't just give that to him, did I?
No, you gave that to your.
Okay.
You gave it to yourself.
And,
However, use the other effect on him. And what skill do you want him to have disadvantage on?
I wanted to have disadvantage on Constitution.
Also, does he have to make a save against? No, this is just. It just works.
just happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you want him. Well, which one did you say? Sorry.
Constitution.
Okay. Apply the other effect to him, and I will change it to Constitution.
Is Hex a bonus action, by the way?
It is.
It is.
Okay.
But it's the only. I was looking through my list of things, and that's like the only thing that I would like really need or want to do right now.
Fair.
Because I
Okay.
can't. I'm 1 point short of the spell that I want to cast, but this is a good alternative.
And I'm just gonna. Let's see. Egomon.
It's upsetting. I just got a level 4 spell, and I wanted to cast it, and I got 3 D points.
Ah, it's not fair.
It isn't.
And then.
Life isn't fair, kid. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my
Oh.
god, you
Dang.
edgy fuck.
Isaac is very familiar with that.
Today's soured me. I'm now sourdough.
Ah.
So-
Hi, Stinker.
Bull.
Hello. It's soured me. Stinky.
Oh, he came to visit.
Life
He
is
always comes to visit during D&D.
life is pain and no one enjoy. Stinky.
5
All
minutes
right.
later,
Oh, life is but a series of
Pre-
disappointments and failures.
Stink, come here. If you're gonna come
So-
up here, come up here.
Preamble to this battle is done. Then. Yeah. If you guys. This is where we go. So initiative gonna roll. So just to recap, the turns between the Digimon and the kids are consolidated into one. When we hit a kid's turn, it'll still apply for the sake of like effects counting down and whatnot, like if they're poisoned and it like lasts a minute or what have you. But barring that, it will just immediately skip their turn and they'll take it on the Digimon's turn. Right before we start this, I'm gonna say we've been going for what? About an hour. If anybody wants to get drinks and stuff, go do it now.
Alright,
I
we'll walk to
have
the store.
coffee. I'm drinking coffee at 4 p.m. At 5 p.m.
Oh jeez.
Just a good time.
I'm probably gonna
By the way, this is gonna be a fun game. I just thought about something.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you?
Boraemon's not gonna be fighting for a little bit.
What was the thing that you cast again?
Warding Bond.
What does that
It gives
do?
him resistance to all damage, +1 AC, +1 for his saves, and but all the damage he does take with those resistances, Noelle also takes.
Oh!
So, but she also takes half.
Yeah, because
Half
it's
damage.
all the damage he takes.
Okay.
So technically,
So
it
like,
splits
splits
the
the
full
damage
damage
between you.
among Noelle and Buramon.
It just splits it between you two.
But I also have a couple more buffs I want to put on him, so he's not going to be in the battle for a
Come
couple of
back.
turns.
Okay. You do you.
What?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Alrighty.
Do not even worry about it.
Maybe
I
this
didn't,
time I'll actually like fulfill my role as like a bard.
See, this is kind of jumping the narrative gun, but Shadramon, once you guys get back to the city, was gonna be very like, I'm gonna go out and try to distract that thing to make you guys move around easier. And then you immediately encountered it, so I was like, well, it nat 1 to stealth check. I'm gonna take that as it being like, well, now's my chance. Here we go.
Well, here I go.
We're not
So,
gonna let our boy die.
It's like die though. Okay,
Right,
here we
at
go.
least. We're gonna
Come
try
here,
to keep
Stink.
him alive. I don't know
Stinky
how
shitty
successful
cat.
we'll be.
Stop. Stink.
See, I
Shitty boy,
told you,
please.
it wasn't even 5 minutes later. Like, I told you
Shitty
that
boy,
she'd be
please.
calling him a piece of shit in like 10 seconds.
He is a shitty boy, but I love my shitty boy.
So confused.
I will never get tired of that.
What a shitty boy.
How you flip-flop so drastically on your opinions towards your cat.
Listen, I always know he's a shitty boy, but he's my favorite shitty boy.
Okay then.
Oh, hush. You're a super shitty boy. That's different.
You're like the king shitty boy. But we still
Stink,
love you.
please.
Lord of all shitty boys.
Still gay, though.
Long may he reign.
Okay, fine, leave. Get out of here. I don't want you here anyway. Get Scaramouche, stink. But not there. Oh, God bless you. See, look what happens.
Yeah, alrighty.
Fuck
Are-
you,
Is everybody...
Tommy.
Who are we waiting to come back?
Kiara's in the bathroom.
Alright.
What a bitch.
I hope everyone's been having a good day.
We're not!
We're
Alright.
gonna die.
Okay.
Alright. I'm glad that
Red,
you're not
this
having
is
Glad to hear that
together.
morale's
supposed to
really
be in
good.
general.
Yes.
Stink. Stink. My
Sounds
sweet boy.
like you're cheering him on to stink.
Stink,
Stink!
stink,
Stink!
stink,
Stink!
man.
Stink! Stink!
I mean, he's a very smelly boy, so.
You're
All right.
Whoa. Izzy, I just saw what you posted in fucking general.
Like, oh my god,
What
that'd
the
be
hell?
worst day.
That's disgusting.
And initiative.
I'm
and...
covered in.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, geez.
Looks like that boy will go first.
Who would do such a thing?
You'd be surprised.
I mean, I know that people would do such a thing, but I want names.
The answer might surprise you.
There was stuff like that at my high school.
You won't believe.
They were more artistic
Answer
about it
might
though.
Surprise you.
Oh, Stink, your breath is so bad. I have to take him
How
out. I'm
close
sorry.
is your cat to you that you can smell its breath?
Not that close, which is the problem.
Just in your face.
Mm.
You're just like, you have your cat's head, like front of its head just in your mouth, and you're just like, oh, it's so bad.
Oh, she's so bad.
The cat's just like, ah.
Meow.
No.
I never hear your cat meow, Bread. All
I
right.
think she's done it a few times.
She
No,
went
she's
to take-
muted.
yeah,
She went.
to take the
she
cat
left.
out.
What a jerk face.
I'm mostly hearing purring.
What a happy kitty.
Yes.
That's what you think.
It is.
I remember it happened when we almost died in the first incinerator.
So, I will say, in the end character reason of using Warding Bond right now is the fact that she just learned that if Doraemon dies, that she has to leave.
Yeah.
She's like, that ain't happening.
So, the best solution is to take all the damage myself as well.
Exactly.
Plan.
That's the plan. Hunter said not to go and fight things,
You're simple.
but he didn't say anything about still not taking damage.
Uh,
I
should've
promised
told you,
Alpha
I
I'd
got-
protect everyone.
How many hit points do you have?
I
Like
have
Noel.
50.
50?
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna go away like almost immediately. That's why I'm saying that Doraemon's
Most
still not
likely.
gonna be in the fight for a bit.
Maybe clearing out of the building with several floors above us is, you know, a smart move for a thing that can shoot down buildings.
Oh, jeez. Can it really do that?
I mean, it has a giant fucking gun.
It has
a
several
laser
giant guns.
beam. It has many.
Many
A
giant
plethora
Yeah,
of
that,
giant
Raymond, you
laser
don't
gun.
want tons of fucking metal and concrete to fall on your head, do you? Get out here and help us.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Raymond, watch my back.
Right.
I mean, as much as I'm
He's
afraid
such a
of
good-
getting hit by a
No, I was
laser
just like,
again.
he's such a good boy. It's just like, Raymond, watch my back. Yeah, I'll do that. Ah, man, I can always trust Raymond to watch my back. She still has no idea that the last time she told him to watch your back, he walked away.
little bit. It's fine.
Just a wee bit.
What's up?
Just a tad. Just a wee bit.
She 100% thinks she can trust Raymond to stay there and watch her back.
Well, that's
Yeah, you weren't there for when he like hid behind the crates in the last fight.
Nope. Also wasn't there when he was screaming, going forward and doing things. She would actually like that part.
Yeah, he was a brave boy.
Whenever they were in the first cave and like she was climbing the waterfall, she's like, watch my back, and like he's like, okay, and then like right as she was climbing the waterfall, he walked away. So she wasn't there to see that though, so she thinks she can still trust him to do that.
Oh my God, Carrie!
She just thinks he's a bit too scared.
I'll kill Carrie,
do it
Do it.
as you should.
as I should.
Yes.
Today we
As
will
you
see
have
if you
the
will
right
deal.
to.
We will see if you deal with the cannon beamon, or if it will continue to be a continued hindrance to you.
Now.
Oh,
Eh.
Logan, after like 3 turns, you're gonna see like our damage just shoot up.
All right.
For the record, I've been here. The mic decided to not work.
Okay.
As it-
Oh,
as
Is
well,
everybody
like,
is everybody
You
here
guys are
then?
like, Carrie, Carrie, and I'm like, what?
Where's Carrie?
So everybody's here then?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. So Aegeomon.
Oh, it's his turn. He's gonna use inspiration.
Okay. Go ahead and.
Oh well, there someone goes. Aaron left.
Aaron, no.
Don't leave us.
Just like you did last
It's
time.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Ah.
Just like you always do.
All right, I used it to target all allies, so you can go ahead and apply that if you want.
Okie dokie. Song of clouds. Brr.
All right, that is now applied to everybody. So that is your action, effectively, between the two of your characters. Do you want to
Yes.
take movement for the human or your Digimon, and do you want the human to do anything? Now, I will note, you do not need to do anything with the human. I'm yawning while I'm saying this. You do not need to do anything with the human if you do not want to.
I know.
It's just an option.
I don't have to do anything.
That's true. I'm more saying this for you so that you don't feel pressured to think you're wasting your actions if you don't.
Yes.
Eric.
So we are inside the building right now.
You are outside the building.
Oh, we are outside. Okay. Oh yeah, those two are still inside. Yeah, I think he's gonna try to, because we got fucked last time. Well, that's the thing about Isaac, is he doesn't want to go too far from any of the others, but he also is like, last time we got fucked.
A little bit.
For some reason, Noelle went like way behind the group and just kind of leaned up against the wall because she doesn't want to be grouped up.
He's gonna make his way. Actually, you know what? He's gonna stay where he is. I think Aegeomon, where you're right here. So he is
That
going
boy.
to kind of move over here.
All right. Aegeomon.
Actually,
All right. All right. Aegeomon dodges to the side, does a roll, slides over into position, takes out his flute, begins singing, pumping out a melody from the flute. Everybody else, you now have a D4 that you can put on anything if you wish to.
I also
Oh.
and I does that doesn't increase automatically, does it? Like with each round that passes.
Yes, as long as he keeps playing and concentrating on that, then it increases each round.
Yeah. So like, if someone decided to roll an inspiration, they wouldn't have to change it to a d6. It would just do that when they hit the button to roll.
They would roll it, then add it like a hero point.
Okay, because I feel like last time people might have forgotten that it changed when they.
I
used
was
it.
updating it in the thing. People were rolling it correctly.
you
I
were?
promise you.
Okay.
See, this is a symptom of the turns are really long, so it never changed for most people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of which, is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. And, oh, that's already accounted. And
Did you
bam,
want to-
Bowhackmon/Hunter. What do you want to do?
Okay, so as a bonus action, we can use an item or a function. or
As a
something?
bonus action, you can use an item that would normally take one action.
Okay. So, I want to use a function, motion F. So, Bauhackmon can fly.
All right. And I'm just going to flight for 10 rounds. He has 10 rounds of being able to fly.
Hooray!
That's good.
Yes. So Bauhackmon's just gonna fly over, just like.
All right, you take it out, you put the function into the D-Spectre, it lights up. As this happened, Bauhackmon's feet leave the ground. He just, his cape swooshes out to the side, he leans back and just lets out a and flies up towards Cannonbeamon.
Alright, now he's going to...
Look at you flying.
Look at him.
Can't wait till the
flying.
day when you guys get Mega Level Digimon unless you die, because most Mega Level Digimon can just float.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Okay. And now
Little did
he's
you know that day will be today!
I feel like I have some say in that.
No, you don't.
What do you think? You are objectively wrong.
Warp Digimon!
Oh my god!
Spiral Glitch!
Fucking Logan's like, he said the thing, I can't stop him. It's just mess.
That's the
So,
magic
Spiral
word.
Glaive Slayer, it succeeded the saving throw.
Every time! Every goddamn time they've saved!
It's not like it's a low roll either, like it's...
I know! It's a DC 17! They all make it!
He doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have that good dex. He just lucked out is all.
Oh, they always luck out!
So for the sake,
Goddamn 35 damage!
Can I just say, Bloody Angry is probably one of my favorite things.
so
Same.
he
What's wrong?
He becomes a tornado. Instead of it being his tail as he's spinning, he just becomes this tornado of drill-like tornado that pierces into Cannonbeamon. It moves to the side and you like scrape across the side of it, leaving damage, but it doesn't manage to fully connect with it. I assume that's your full turn, or does Hunter want to move as well?
He probably wants to back away. Is that a building in there?
That is a building, yes. And we'll say that the entrance is like roughly around where Raymond and Black Agumon are, because they're probably peering out.
Okay, he's gonna go in there with him.
Okay. Noting that those two are currently using a Nat-20 stealth check, so Cannonbeamon, they're invisible to him, basically. All right.
Can he... He doesn't want to give away their stealth, so... I guess, can he just go over here, then?
Yeah. I'm gonna remove that motion F from your thing, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, if you notice, if you go into your inventories, I figured out how to group things. So, like...
Yeah,
all
I
your
saw that.
functions are under a function heading, and all your boosters are under a booster heading and stuff.
It's beautiful.
It should be noted, by the way, the bonus action can be used to install or uninstall Spectre programs during battle. That's a thing that you now can do more on the fly. Okay,
you
so
said we could do functions. We can't do the D-Spectre functions, right?
actually, yes,
can't do that.
you specifically can do
this is
those.
gonna be so much better then.
Oh my god.
Again, if you want to see a list of what you can use that bonus action to do, go to your features, click the shared turn thing, and just go to the bottom. Specifically, yeah, functions, but they take HD, so that's kind of the trade-off, is they have a really high cost.
That is fine.
All right, so, Sealsdramon / Garfield.
Alright, Steelstramon is going to make a beeline for the nearest thing he can climb, which is probably that building.
All right.
And we'll check some distance here.
Can you bonus action dash?
You could do that to get to the bottom of that building, so next turn you can get up there, or you could... yes?
Use Mono Eye.
I was gonna ask if Doraemon could use his movement to get him up there. Could he do that?
Up there as in where?
Up to the building?
Like, grab him and take
Or
him
ju-
there? I
Yeah.
feel like, yes, if that's what you want to do.
Because he's probably just like I'm probably gonna do my action. He's just gonna do his bonus action.
All right.
Is that fine?
He'd have to roll an athletics check to try to grab Sealstramon. Sealstramon is not light. He is, like, covered in full armor and is a machine.
Understood, but like if he can only go that far, like if like Silverstone wants to hold his action and see if Burmon can get him closer.
It's worth noting that no matter what happens next turn, Sealsdermon will be close enough to hit, and no matter what happens, he won't be close enough this turn to hit, even if you help him.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably better off just doing your own thing, and I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Did I hear
Yeah,
you
can
want to use Scouter Mono Eye?
Yeah, I want to give that a shot.
Okay, so the way that'll work is roll a perception check,
Oh, just to check. Okay.
and you are rolling it against his dexterity or constitution, whichever's higher. In this case, you're rolling it against his dexterity. So, go ahead and roll a DC 17 perception check.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
No,
Oh man, that's gonna be so hard.
And yet I make it look so easy.
Oh my god. Really?
All right, so he will now have advantage on attacks against him, which, to create the internal synergy of his abilities, he can now trigger his own sneak attack damage without anyone's help.
Heck yeah.
All right, bam. If he switches this to another target, it will turn off, but that's not applicable in this particular case. So as he's rushing by, he looks over. We see from like the data screen-like vision of Sealsdermon, him identifying weaknesses, weak points in the armor of the cannon beamon, and all sorts of data projecting a plan of attack. All right. Does Garfield want to do anything with his bonus action, or is he good where he is?
And he can use things that would normally be an action as a bonus action.
Items, yes, not
Items.
spells and stuff.
Items. Okay. I don't think he has any items. Let me quickly check. Nothing that would really be applicable, I don't think.
We can use the combat upgrades and stuff, right?
Yes, you can use the function spells. Those can be used, but they take full HD if you want to use those.
Okay. I think I'll hold off on that.
Okay. In that case, does he want to move anywhere, or does he want to hang out where he is? He's pretty far away from everyone.
I think he might kind of run over here to get a better look at things, so
Okay.
he can survey
Damn it,
that.
Garfield, you're supposed to stop him from looking at me. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
All right, in that
That is not my job.
All right, as of that, then moving on. Cannon Beamon's turn! Raymond's not going to do anything, by the way. Cannon Beamon, he's not going to use Infinite Skyrocket, because that would be unfair.
Do it, you pansy.
Let's see, which of you...
Harry,
The one of you that appears to be the greatest threat...
What?
The one of you that appears to be the greatest threat currently is probably Bauhackmon, so...
The flying dinosaur with blades for legs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. However, firing at that range would give him disadvantage, and he does not much care for disadvantage.
Get over it, nerd.
Yeah, you can go
Get over it.
Get over it.
Yeah, what a loser.
I'm going to have him
Again.
roll a wisdom check real quick to determine if he figures out something that's going on. Blip. All right, so since he Nat19, he does indeed. He's going to turn to he's going to turn over to Egg Boy.
Of course he is.
He's going to turn to Egg Boy because Egg Boy is currently piping a tune that he can tell is enhancing everybody.
Oh.
Fucking
Oh,
dang it.
those
All right.
piping hot tunes.
Ugh.
So yeah, it's
You
going
can't get rid of our mixtape.
it's going to
Logan
fire
wants
off.
my
It's
butt, you guys.
Nitro Stinger. Blap! And that is definitely a hit. However, you're also the best person to get hit by this.
Am I?
Yep.
Why?
Okay,
Oh,
so
'cause it's electric.
yeah, you see
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
charging up in that giant cannon that runs along the bottom of it. It builds up and fires in this massive beam, like probably the most intimidating blast of energy any of you have seen. Almost blinding. It hits him, but as it happens, Aegiomon puts down his flute, reels back, charges electricity on his hand, and meets the blast with an equal amount of electricity, or at least a similar amount, and manages to push back most of the blast and diffuse the electrical current before it totally overtakes him. However, it has broken your concentration, and the D4s are gone.
Ah.
Shit.
Oh, well.
Let's see. It did a
sorry.
total of. It would have done 84 damage to you.
Whoa.
It instead did 42.
We cannot do this.
Oh, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Ridiculous.
Aegiomon,
Excuse me.
Aegiomon just buckles over
You know who
after
really
that.
shouldn't do this? Black Garurumon, who's vulnerable to lightning.
Yep.
Speaking of,
Were you not present for the previous fight in which we almost got
My
annihilated?
boy, what will you do?
Can you like Howling Blaster him or?
I can, but not from where I am because it goes out in a 20-foot cone, and I'll hurt the other boys.
But-
So he would need to move.
Does
Where
Paige
could he
want
move to? That would be good for Howling Blast if I could get him. Because he's in the air, right?
yep,
How high in the air?
25 to 30 feet. The general rule is just however far he is from you, if you target him, add 30 feet onto it. I will say with Garurumon, if he were to jump in the air, then it would put the cone just on the edge of it, so if he could get like under or around Cannabimon, I would let him hit it as long as we were assuming he could jump. Oh, right, also, fucking, sorry, I gotta roll one more thing against Aegiomon over there.
Oh my god.
Egomon, you
I
can
think
do it.
he's immune to
Do this,
this, but I have
Egomon.
to roll it,
Lego
so...
Egomon, no!
Strength check, you... failed it.
What did
That's
that-
okay though.
So, that's on Black. Ooh, I did that on Black Garurumon by accident.
Oh no!
To Aegio. Oh no,
It's
by
not
Black
gonna be.
Garurumon. Sorry.
Bye.
Um,
Garurumon, why did you
So
do this?
he's the electrical current that hit him has left him paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh.
Shit, dude.
Oh.
Okay.
1 minute?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of poetic considering Aegiomon does that to people.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is what I've been doing to people.
I belong.
I suddenly understand why people don't like when I do
But
that.
yeah, Black Garurumon. So, what would you like to do?
I'm not gonna be able to like move them fucking here because those boys are in the way.
They're in the eye. They're in the
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they're in the air, so you could get under them. They are both 30 feet up.
Oh, I could then. Sweet.
Yeah.
So wait.
Yep.
Fine.
Balhackmon is currently using a function ship that allows him to fly, and Shadramon is a bug.
So if I got there, I could blast
That
him.
is how the bug do.
That is how the bug do. The Shadramon has a large flaming feeding tube that it uses to flamethrower its food. This is how it digests things.
Oh,
Outside of the body and on fire.
well, that's good.
So I can still use an action even though I used this movement, right?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Whap! And do that action.
Well, it super succeeded that.
Of course it did.
Like, without even its bonus.
Well, fucking it still takes half, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, take some.
Alright. Rushes over, lunges in the air, flips upside down, Howling Blaster! Fires a wave of cold flame up at it that burns it. But because of the difficulty of the angle, it doesn't do as much damage as you'd like it to.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright. That, would Paige like to do anything, or is Paige gonna...
She will, for once, be super selfish and bonus action heal herself.
Alright, go ahead and target yourself and use Aura of Vitality. As you are
Proud
doing...
of you.
No.
As you're
Oh, wait,
doing that,
still
we
have
will.
Aura of
As you're doing that, we will move on to Boraimon / Noelle. I assume that Noelle's gonna hang back there and do Noelle's thing.
Noelle's gonna move over here because it's
All
his
right.
thing. It's every Sunday.
Hell
But she's just gonna call
yeah!
it to Boraimon, like, Boraimon, hold up!
Turns back
And
towards you.
She's gonna use a mirror image on him.
Oh, neat. Is Warding Bond not concentration?
Let me look. No, it is not.
Okay. I guess the drawback of sharing damage is all the limit that. Actually, it would make sense because if a spell that like specifically made you take damage was also concentration, it would break itself. That's fair.
Also, mirror image is also not concentration either.
Oh, all right. Look
I've
at you.
been making sure to get things that have not been concentration this entire game.
Well done, my boy.
Because I knew that I was in the thick of battle the entire time.
Oh.
All right, so go ahead and yeah, that's not. One sec, I'm gonna take the C off of there because there's a C on there for some reason. Go ahead and apply mirror image to Boraemon.
I did. It also has a seat.
All right, I'll get rid of that. Don't worry. So that is your action for the turn.
Boraemon's gonna use his movement and bonus action to activate Suma Bagaishi.
Gotcha.
So he can still do his thing where he fucking hits people really hard. And my bonus action is going to be to use Shield of Faith on him.
Okay. Goodness.
I am fucking mega powering him.
To be fair, you're fighting an ultimate. This is all entirely understandable.
I just used five. I've used 5 so far, so I'm not down to 18.
Right, and I just hit Tsubame Gaishi on his thing, so kaboom! He's ready to go. All right.
I wanted to wait one more turn, and I still might, but I want to get him in there just in case he needs to do a reaction.
Like a shield appears around him made of like hexagons to form the Shield of Faith. As it does, multiple Boraemons appear as he lunges through the air. And then with Tsubame Gaishi, he... Oh, gosh. It's just hard to look at him right now, basically.
Oh.
He then closes his eyes as he's doing this, being like, I see the code. Alright, Paige, but Paige has skipped. Shadramon's turn. Alright.
What you doing, bud boy?
Shadramon is going to attempt to... So as a...
You're definitely courageous.
He is going to as a bonus action, he can use the skill Provoke. He's going to roll a Intimidation versus Wisdom check, so Intimidation on your part, my friend. Go ahead and... Yep. You got a 12. All right, neat. All right, what's the wisdom of this boy, my friend? Wisdom, roll. Yes, well, he won, so he doesn't the machine doesn't care about your provocation. So in that case, he is just going to go ahead and use Indent Screw on it. So he turns himself into a Twister of Fire, goes for an attack on it. Gonna have to boop it to boop boop. Actually, no, he'll do Flare Buster. That makes more sense. Flare Buster, single target. Attacks and misses. Alright. He fires, he conjures up 2 balls of fire, fuses them together, launches them at it. The cannon beam on fires a wave of force back at it that causes the fire to erupt before it actually reaches it. That's unfortunate, but it is how it is. And now, I'm going to go ahead and skip this song, because I know this song's bad for copyright, and it shouldn't be in my playlist to begin with. Skip Isaac, skip Cherry, skip Garfield, skip Noel. Lekismon and Cherry, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Lekismon is going to come over here so she gets a clear shot.
She can just fucking jump up at that thing, she's fine. As long as it's under, like, around 40 feet.
I tried to get to 30, okay. And then she's going to do a tear arrow. She's
Alrighty.
gonna give it a... and go B. That probably misses. Does it hit?
Unfortunately, yes, that misses.
Cool. And then she stays there.
So as she rushes forward, she grabs grabs one of the quills off of her back, and she launches it. Fires them at up to 3 targets. I believe... think you can try up to 3 times.
2 more times?
Magic attack.
I think it attacks. It's like a...
I would hit Balhackmon and Guru on myself.
It's like Scorching Ray, or every time, maybe?
I'll allow you to try it multiple times for this particular one, but I may revisit that and revise if it is up to 3 targets or up to 3 attacks. But go ahead and try twice more.
Okay, yeah.
At the very least, because it's a gargantuan creature, I can rationalize firing multiple at different parts of its body. One more time! That's a hit!
Yay! Bam!
All right, you fired. She grabs 3 quills off her back and launches them. 2 of them fly by it and miss it. 1 of them hits it, jamming between the cannon unit on its back and its main body, and detonates in this huge blast of cold and freezing it. Its thrusters seem to fail slightly as it does this. It will not be able to. It'll be only able to move half its speed on its next turn.
Yeah, did it seem not to like the cold damage?
It seemed indifferent to it ultimately.
Okay, cool.
It didn't seem to affect it one way or the other.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I will remember that.
Bam. And does Cherry want to do anything, or is Cherry good where Cherry is?
Cherry's doing well. Let me see where Cherry is. Actually, I haven't.
Don't you look at me.
I think Cherry's gonna just do a little hide behind a tinier girl.
As she was
Just
meant
a
to
little,
do.
Hi, Cherry, what are you doing? The back of your head's so pretty. I just wanted, I'll be back here. Aw,
Take a
so
look at
nice.
Bauhackmon and Hunter. We have gone around 1 full time. That is much faster than normal.
Right.
All right.
I'm not
Okay.
I love how your hair counts 3/4 cover.
All right.
That's true.
Try this again. Spiral Grave Slayer!
You can do it.
I'm so sorry.
Are you kidding me? That is bullshit!
Oh,
Hey, at least you have really good damage even when it's half.
Yeah, it's still really high.
Continues being a twister, trying to pierce into it. I love you.
And now he's used both of his fucking Spiral Grave Slayers.
Is that one of the things that can recharge? Or
It
Did
is.
you put him on recharge and then take him off of it? Because it said Spiral Grave Slayer twice.
I accidentally took one of the uses off, so I
Oh,
had to put.
A use is now on recharge, so. Does Hunter want to do anything?
join us, Hunter. No, I'm kidding.
Where is?
I'm just doing a
Where's
bit.
Isaac? Okay. Okay.
What happened?
Hold on.
Oh my god. I can actually piece it together. I don't. It's fine.
Okay.
Damn it! Oh, I can't help you. Damn it. Oh well. This doesn't affect paralyzed condition. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the function restore things?
Revitalize M.
Yeah.
Wait, I have one that does that. Hold on a second.
Oh?
I think I do at least.
Well,
I mean,
you
don't
look
worry
at
about
that,
that.
and when we get to your turn, then you can bring that up.
Oh, I probably won't do it.
All right. Seals, Dramon, and Garfield.
All right.
Do you want to, I assume, make your turn the lunge, jump off the building, make an attack?
If that is possible, yes, that is what he will try to do.
It is. You will probably only get the 1 attack because you'll be, like, in midair going by it. But you do have advantage, so if you hit, you will do your sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And depending on how well you do on the roll, I may offer you another thing.
All right. Well, let's give this a shot. There's a sign.
Go.
Oh!
Natural fucking 20!
What is wrong with you today?
Apply
You're anti-carry.
apply
It's
your
true.
apply your sneak attack damage, and then roll damage on that critical hit.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
So he Yep. So he lunges off to the side, flies up the building as everyone's attacking it, distracting it, rips up the side, flies up overhead, spins in the air above it, takes his knife, flips it upside down, darts down through it, cutting through the top of Cannon Beamon, exiting the bottom of Cannon Beamon, and landing below it, as and then posing a Power Rangers style as Cannon Beamon lurches backwards and explodes behind it in the air.
I love that he poses.
Can't
Why are we worried
Beamon's
about this
fucking
thing
dead. Like,
Well.
damn.
Just the image of him like roller skating up a wall, flying upwards and like backflipping through the air.
What a good boy.
Oh,
It's worth noting that Cannon Beamon as an ultimate has an incredibly high damage output and not much health.
Noelle comes out from behind her hiding spot and just like, damn it, I should have went and fought.
Buraimon's like up there with a million abilities ready, like, okay then. I'll just be
That was
floats
a
to
shit ton of damage though.
Yeah.
Garfield just like slowly starts clapping like.
Oh my god.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen!
Nice job, Garfolomule and Seal Dramine. Woo!
I mean, hey, Garfield did what he's supposed to do. He didn't let anyone come and look at me. He just took out the thing.
Well done.
Yeah, see, that was all just to create a distraction.
Fucking Noelle's in the corner. Noelle's just in the corner, like, fucking hit me! Come on! Like, eyes closed, teeth closed, like, I'm ready for it! Hit me!
She's like fucking expecting it. She just has her eyes closed, like, I don't know what to expect from this. And then it's just like, oh, kaboom. It's like, oh, damn it.
Oh.
I could have hit that.
Give that Mon a promotion.
Oh.
Isaac's jaw has dropped to the core of the earth.
Hell yeah.
So, 10. Just gonna put that there. There's bits of Cannon Beamon fall to the ground and begin disappearing, breaking into data one by one as they do.
You know, as they do.
As they do. As bits of
As they
data.
That is how the deceased Cannon Beamon do.
Exactly.
As this happens, you guys hear a very loud sigh coming from the alleyway over yonder. There's a very loud sigh of relief.
Buramon, use your buffs, kill it.
Boom! Murders everything. You see him go down the alleyway. Blood flies out.
Oh no.
Just gonna look over to Paige like, we were supposed to be afraid of that?
It was a lot more frightening at the time.
It was a giant blimp monster. I understand why they were terrified of it.
Everything's
you,
more
Jerry.
frightening. Everything's more frightening without a flying dinosaur with swords on its feet.
It's true.
Yeah. That is true.
If Buramon heard a sigh, he'll fly over there.
All right. Buraimon going over there will find a in this alleyway there appears to be hiding a 5 tiny Digimon. You see,
Oh.
They're all Gatsumon.
Murders them.
Oh my
they're
god.
all Gatsumon and they're dead. they died from a chronic case of being too stupid.
That's the final gasp of breath as the life was drained from him.
Jeez, you
So-
guys.
Well, also.
There is one of this boy.
Aww.
Oh,
I know.
fantasy grounds. Fantasy grounds.
me, Hawkmon.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Four of this boy.
That's not Snow. Is that Snow?
Also known as Better Agumon.
He's blue.
Why? Because he's white, Carrie?
Because he's blue.
You racist.
Wow.
Because
He's
blue.
a snow Agumon, Carrie. He's white.
He's blue.
That picture is very blue.
The shadows are blue on him. He's white.
He's blue. His name is Blue Agumon.
I
Lagumon.
love him.
Not.
What color is
I'm
snow,
gonna go
Carrie?
clap Garfield. Gonna go clap Garfield on the shoulder like, good job.
Isaac is currently trying to look after Ichiban and trying to cure him of his things.
Aww.
Where am I? Okay, Cherry's gonna stumble over to Isaac and like rummage through her pockets, and you see her take out a bunch of really weird stuff, like a bouncy ball, just a bunch of idle stuff, and then she's gonna hold out a chip and go, "This is a function revitalized G chip. I think Hunter was the one who identified it. I've got like 2 more, but this should do the trick for your Digimans frozenness.
I mean,
Okay. Thank you.
What?
I mean,
Has
If
it
you
been
should
a
lose,
minute
he
yet?
can. Well, you can take one just in case, because that happened real easy.
Let's just call it
okay.
professional pride.
Thank you.
It's insurance, you know,
Thank you
so
very
you
much.
don't die.
I appreciate that.
I want to say that Boramon puts away his blades and probably calms down from his Super Saiyan state, so they don't fucking be terrified of him.
fucking as he goes through the hallway, you just hear like the Hawk and be like, "It's 5 different champion level Digimon."
Oh,
Ah!
passed out. Oh. Before my aura of vitality goes away, I'm gonna
Yeah,
heal
I'm
him.
gonna say after. So yeah, there's the 5 of them, and they appear to have a large wagon. Well, not a large wagon, but one there. The snow Agumon appear to have been dragging behind them, and in it there's a bunch of hay and a blanket, and on top of the blanket there appears to be a series of eggs, large eggs, huge eggs.
Oh,
It's a bunch of other Digimon. Smash them!
Jesus Christ!
The Hawk,
Now
the Hawk,
Hackmon and Boramon are the only ones over there.
I know.
Well, I'm not sure how far we can go out of turn order at this point.
the turn order's gone.
Head over there.
Okay.
Heading over
By the
there.
way, Logan, I have a question.
Yes.
I'll take my 18 in athletics to get
What is
over
your question?
Medicine checks cannot cure like status ailments, can they?
No.
Okay. Just wanted
I
to share
mean,
that.
like certain illnesses and whatnot, they can be used preventatively, but yeah, they can't be used. You need equipment to cure stuff.
Okay. So I'm assuming we just wait a minute and then it wears off and we walk over with the others.
Pretty much. So yeah, going over there, just as you guys all pour in here with your many large Digimon, the Snow Agumon all like crowd around the wagon, and the Hawkmon gets in front of them all, puts his arms out towards the rest, and is like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to let them hurt the eggs. All of you go away!" Points to the lot of you.
You would not be able to stop us.
That may be, but I'd rather die before I give these eggs to you.
What
I
kind
look
of
o- I
eggs
look
are they,
over
sir?
Okay.
I look over toward Eggiomon. He had mentioned something about the daycare place or whatever, right? Or like.
Oh yeah. Do you recognize these guys?
I don't know them, no. But those are Digi eggs.
Would they be heading to that place you mentioned?
He shrugs.
Are you heading?
It's all right. You're safe. Stop
We're not-
cowering.
Hello, sir. My name's Paige.
We mean you no harm.
Yeah, we're good guys.
But we have Digimon too, and they're super nice.
He looks to the Snow
Fucking-
Agumon that all look very worried, puts his arms down slightly. Then you're not with the AOA?
Ew, no.
Definitely
We
not.
all
See what
collectively, like,
Did you see
spit
what
on
we
it.
did to that thing?
Bow Hackmon at the mention of the AOA.
Just gets up close to it.
I am not with the AOA.
Oh
Tiny
god.
bird.
Yes, it's true. You just took down that cat in Mimon, but everything's so crazy in this weird place. I don't know.
I
What are you
did.
doing here? You look like you're in trouble.
Yes. Before we were sent to the to here, whenever there was the attack on Helix Terminal that caused all of this ruckus, several of our allies were killed by the AOA. Back in the digital world, you don't look like Digimon to me, so
Now we're humans.
when our kind dies, normally we become
Yes,
eggs.
humans,
We
not
are-
Zognoids.
We are
Wait,
a
wait. Get to
What
that.
did you say?
Normally when our kind dies, our data's reformatted into the form of eggs like these, and we go to the nearest sanctuary, like the nearest primary village, or what have you, depending on where we are, where we get another chance at life. Whenever we woke up here after the Helix Terminal was attacked, we found all these eggs, which are those of some of our fallen friends scattered around us. We're trying to get them to Primary Rock so that they can be taken care of by the
is that
Vidramon
Digiex?
we've heard lives there.
Is that Digiegg still on our D-Specters?
The little several pixel wide square that it compressed itself into is absolutely still there.
She's just looking at it and just looks back up to them.
So you got sucked here, and then that happened to them, and they came back as eggs?
Well, they were killed in our world, and they should have come back at Primary Rock back in Helix Terminal, but then whenever we ended up here, they had reappeared around us. I'd be lying if I said I understood why, but we're trying to get them to Primary Rock.
It's fine. It appears like nobody understands what really is going on. We were gonna be looking into that place eventually, right? Looks back to everybody else.
Well,
Yeah.
if Digimon come back as eggs, then maybe Doraemon would be there.
Well, they did.
He said that it did like that in their world.
A couple of the eggs were broken when some AOA soldiers attacked us and tried to steal them. The AOA very frequently raid primary villages and such to take newborns so they can reprogram them into AOA soldiers when they were born. But
No.
Kind of give a subtle look to Oshiostramon, like, is that what happened?
I wouldn't know. I don't know what the circumstances of my Digi-Egg were before I was born. I just know where I was when I was.
I'm so sorry.
We've seen this primary rock, I believe, from the top of a very high tower. It's off to the north.
We've seen it. We're just trying to get there. We hope that these Digi-Eggs can be taken care of. There's a Vidramon there that it said cares greatly for newborn Digimon.
Some people are saying that the sound is hard to hear.
Oh no.
Just for the party, not for you, apparently.
They're quiet, especially Deco.
Voodoo.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Like,
I was just letting
talk,
you know.
guys?
Hello.
Talk.
I am. Yeah.
The audio bar is hitting as far as it can go.
It could just be a problem on their end.
Yeah.
It's a couple of people, so it's got more credit than if it was one person. But
Are other people saying that they hear us fine?
well, it's just they are quiet, especially Deco. It might just be Discord's weird leveling issues.
Might be.
But
Maybe.
Maybe adjust your input if you're for people who are quiet apparently.
I've done that in the past, and sometimes. My short answer to that is micromanaging Discord volumes in the middle of a stream is a waste of time.
Yeah.
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 Deco is still quieter than the rest. Deco is up at a maximum. No, he's not. Not anymore. Weird. Deco, talk.
Hello, my name is me.
That's not true. Your
Alright,
name is Blue Deco.
Everyone's yeah. Then says everyone's fine but Deco, which contradicts what was said earlier when they're like everyone's quiet. Not them, but somebody else said that, and then someone else says everyone's fine. Yeah, sorry, we're not. We can't stop to do this.
It just seems like a different thing for different people.
Yeah. I turned Deco up a bit. Hopefully that helps. Can't linger on it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he says like he hopes the Vidramon there can take care of people. Elecmon had mentioned before that he has a friend, a Vidramon, over at that village, over at Primary Rock. But yeah, he Hawkmon continues his earlier sentiment of several of the eggs were broken when some AOA soldiers tried to take them, and they just disappeared into data, which they shouldn't.
That's what we've been seeing when we've been defeating the AOA soldiers.
Wherever we are, it looks like it's not formatted like the digital world. Digimon don't come back properly.
That's really not good.
Can we come out of this alley?
No. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to her.
let's
She's
get
just
you.
trying to be tough.
I think the immediate danger.
I don't have to try to be tough.
Yeah, okay, Noel.
He wheels, they wheel the wagon out. There's like a good, 8 or 9 digi-eggs in there, all with different patterns and colors on them. Hiccup, sorry. They wheel into the middle of the street. We've been ducking in and
Changemon,
out.
get over here.
We've been-
Raymond, get over here.
We've been ducking in and out of alleys, trying to avoid that giant flying creature. Now that it's gone, we should probably be able to move faster. We thought maybe about going around the city, but it's a long way around.
Let's just call it professional
Yeah.
pride.
Is it just you, or is there anyone else that you're supposed to meet up with, or?
Shakes his head. We were just living in a village, minding our own business when the attack happened, and fought back as we thought we should. When we woke up, only a couple of the houses from our village were left, and everything else seems like it was pulled from a different world. We found the eggs of our friends and immediately knew we had to help them.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
We've learned that there are several AOA facilities all over this place, that they're all trying to contact your world. We just stopped one of them over in the forest. But there could be many more all around. Do you need any help getting to your place?
We're pretty good at hiding in the wilderness. After we're out of the city, we could probably get there without much issue.
So why don't we help these guys?
Can I point them up toward the Can I point them up toward the fucking the radio tower?
Sure.
Maybe we want it to be a problem.
We cleared out just about everything over there, and everything behind us points back toward the forest. Seems to be pretty fine as well. If you feel like you'll be fine getting to the forest, one of those two directions will probably be best for you.
From what we've seen, the AOA forces that got pulled here seem to be mostly interested entirely in this place, in this city for some reason, which is why we had trouble here. We bumped into almost none of them when we were out in the wilderness before, so I imagine we should probably be fine.
Yeah, so why don't we just, get them to the edge of the city and then, that's it.
That would be nice.
That would be super nice.
It's not our
Sure,
problem.
why not?
Well, maybe we want it to be a problem, Hunter.
Yeah.
Why? We have our own.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we should help them.
What's that I hear? A majority?
Sounds like
She holds her hand in front of her nose and wiggles her fingers like "Nyeh" at Hunter.
Hey, you hear Raymond just say from out over around the corner of the building. A thought.
What's up?
Don't you guys got to pick up your phones?
That's why I pointed it off toward the radio tower. Yeah, but
Oh man,
that is true. If we wanted to check up on Shoutmon too, we could head that way to get them out. We've already cleared everything out around there, I think.
Probably.
we should definitely do that before we go anywhere else.
I like being off the grid. No, I'm kidding.
So the man can't track me.
Oh.
Wrong character, wrong character.
Yeah. Yeah.
I blame the fact I played Shiloh yesterday.
That's fair. I understand.
Another credit to
Gotta
that
get
game.
off the grid.
Another credit to that game is I don't feel particularly exhausted today like I normally do on the day after another game.
Yeah, agreed.
Nice.
Didn't burn
I'm
myself.
dying, but
We're always dying.
Yeah,
I'm
that's because
always
that's because you don't know how to sleep.
I know.
You don't know how to do it properly.
There's the guy who was floating above his pillow and was like, "There's something in the closet."
The guy who woke up just fine and feels great.
I'll kill you.
Maybe you should try fucking sleeping with your head floating above your pillow.
I feel like being suspicious of things.
Hey, that's
Have no argument, I'll murder you!
So,
Oh.
Are you, Isaac is turning back to the the Digimon. We've seen a lot of AOA wandering around in the forest and in the city. Are you sure you guys don't need any help getting there?
He nods. We should be relatively fine. We're a small group with nothing of real interest. The Digimon
To be
that
fair, we'd probably attract more attention since the AOA have been stopped by us at every turn. And we have motions to Balhackmon and Garurumon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They can hide their way away from things and avoid trouble. With Balhackmon here, looks to Hackmon. If we saw any AOA, we'd have to fight.
I don't know what you're talking about. Also, yes.
Digimon, what do you think?
Almost every time that we've bumped into the AOA, it's because we've gone out looking for trouble. Couple exceptions, like the Cannon Beamon and some attacks in the city, but they don't seem super interested in hunting anybody down, and for the most part, they've seemed as confused as us, right? And we just took down Strike-Dramon, who was their head of command here. I can't imagine that they're all that well organized. They'll probably make it.
Eventually, we want to head over there anyway to check up on things, but if they can get there easier without us, then we should probably let them and go and see Kay.
What I can say is that if Vidramon is there, he's a great guy, and he's tough, so he could protect any Digi-Eggs or young Digimon that are there. We don't have to worry about them if they make it there.
I can't help but worry about the trip there, though.
Then let's get them out of the city.
Yeah, if we get
away
them...
from where the majority of people are.
The AOA seems mostly interested in things that came from the human world as opposed to the digital world, so if we help get them out of the city, they'll probably be out of their area of interest.
Alright.
Yeah, just goes to Agumon goes to Hawkmon and is like, "You're making a good call. The next generation is always more important. You guys need to get these Digi-Eggs over there so your friends can come back and start again." No.
Agreed. Looks at Isaac. Bad joke. For the next
Honestly-
generation.
Honestly, at the rate things are going, and with what we've just done, I wouldn't be surprised if pretty soon all the AOA forces around here were neutralized.
Without Grimmon and Strike-Dramon at the head of them, they should be a lot less organized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot easier to take out, probably. She says, knowing that this is setting up another fight later on.
Knowing that this is a game and there's probably something bigger out there somewhere.
Smooth sailing from here on out.
Smooth sailing from here on.
We've killed all of the strong things. Yes,
So,
definitely.
what would you guys
Yeah,
like
we
to
can
do?
do this, you guys.
I'd
order of
probably
events you
probably
got?
suggest we walk toward north toward the
The tower?
the radio tower and then like leave from there probably.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
pretty...
Especially since maybe we can tell Shoutmon that they're heading that way, and if he's done with whatever he's doing, maybe he can go with them.
That's a good idea, actually, yeah.
All right. It wouldn't take you guys... It would take you guys, like, the better part of, like, an hour to get there. I'd say you could take another short rest, but none of you really need it. Do you want Igiomon to use some more HD to heal?
Yes, please, actually. He has as much damage as he did when I used them before.
Okay, so...
So I'm going to use... Oh, that'd be draining a lot, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to use another 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or 7, actually.
Oh, 7. All right.
Glad I made that call last second.
Next time I'm gonna hold you to 8. If you say 8.
Okay.
Next time, as soon as I start rolling, then the number's locked in.
Yeah. I thought that, but I was like, no, just 7. I thought you were just going to keep going, but you didn't.
Because I'm a nice guy this time.
Thank you.
Okay,
But I don't
so...
see no crest of kindness.
No, I'm just a nice guy. I've got the crest of kindness in my heart. So you guys are going to head to the radio tower. Radio tower is relatively close to the edge of the city. So you
Can
guys
we
get.
chat with Hawkmon and like have him tell us more about primary village and stuff like that?
Yeah, give us the deets.
Okay, so while you're on your way there, you're just asking about those kind of things. Be like,
Yeah, just telling us about like what goes on there, a little bit more about Digimon and about how things worked whenever it was in the digital world.
oh well. As you're walking, he calms down considerably, being in a large group.
Let's have Buramon fly over and just keep an eye on us for us.
Well, the primary villages, as they're often called, are just sanctuaries. There's 3 or 4 of them on every layer of the digital world, and they're places where Digimon go to start over. And they're usually run by keepers who volunteer to take care of the next generation. Not a lot else besides that. When a Digimon is destroyed, it usually turns into an egg and reappears there. Oftentimes, they entirely reset and don't have any memories of their previous lives, but I've heard that in higher levels of the digital world, like up in Avalon, large, powerful Digimon, like mega levels and such, when they come back, I've heard sometimes they immediately have their power back, and their memories come back as well. But I wouldn't know. The primary rock is the only primary village that exists in the Helix terminal where we live. I don't know anything about Vidramon. I've never actually been to Primary Rock myself. Normally nobody has a reason to go there, because the eggs normally just appear there. But we, unfortunately have to deliver them this time.
She starts thinking, you said that mega level Digimon can sometimes remember things? What exactly is the difference between kind of motions toward Balhackmon and a mega level Digimon?
Mega level Digimon are... If there was even one on our side on this island, I imagine that the AOA would be wiped out within a day. I suppose that's the difference. The Royal Knights were all mega level Digimon. Even the weakest ones were mega level Digimon.
Her eyes kind of go wide at this.
Yeah.
Royal, like Alphamon?
Yes. Alphamon could be considered of that level of evolution.
How
No,
about
Hackmon.
Deathmon?
Hackmon chimes in.
From
She
what
looks
I
back
understand.
to Hackmon. Then there's something out there that was able to take down an entire group of them? And you guys are nowhere near that power?
The attack on Avalon was not one simple force. The Royal Knights, they were spread across the layers of the digital world to begin with when the attack on Avalon began. Certain Royal Knights are assigned to different layers. There's 3 groups, main groups to consider. Whenever the attack began, those that were on the highest level were the initial defense against the attack, and they held out for a while. But at the same time, an attack was launched against the lowest level of the digital world, and several of the Royal Knights were stopped there. They weren't able to come up and reinforce us. And a lot of the attacks that took down the Royal Knights, as far as I saw, they weren't exactly fighting fair. Craniumon, for example, he got in the way of an attack that would have wiped out a village in Avalon. He sacrificed himself for the good of all the people that lived there, even though he probably could have kept on fighting.
Cherry, you remember Craniumon being the one that you talked with, the shield one, where when you were in your inner world talking to his ghost, you remember a huge ditch from an attack having been dug out and a blast radius that was stopped by him with the town behind it.
Yeah. That's my boy.
Gankoomon didn't fight to the end there. He wouldn't have been defeated except he was weakened greatly in the battle and he fled. I don't know why, but they decided it was best that he run from the battle. Omegamon and Alphamon, the 2 royal guards that protect the highest level of the digital world. I know that they fought to the end as best they could. But ultimately it was them against an army. I don't know what happened to many of the others.
You said they guarded different levels of the digital world?
Mm-hmm.
What level did Shoutmon guard?
He was a wanderer. One second, I'm going to pull up some information so I can get this accurate, because this is the kind of stuff that I had to write down.
I've been waiting forever for this topic to come up, which is why I'm having Noelle listen so intently.
Let's see, where is it? Where are you, my?
Also, the chat's having a big conversation about who the weakest Royal Knight would be. I think when you start like comparing weakest Royal Knights, you're already at a point where you're against a Royal Knight. So.
It's conjecture based on the series and how powerful the writers want them to be, but I'm gonna say it's probably either Lord Nightmon or it's Duftmon, because Lord Nightmon's power is completely based around their resources and the fact that they normally hang out with other ones, and Duftmon is a tactician, but in terms of pure like power, Duftmon's not really that powerful.
I would have probably said Lord Nightmon, but you are probably correct with Duftmon being on the same level.
Yeah, but Duftmon is also incredibly intelligent and tactical.
Because people were saying Magnamon in the chat, and I'm like, I don't know!
Again, that really depends on the Magnamon, like, who's writing it, because Magnamon's power varies radically depending on where he shows up.
If we want to say, like, Magnamon that armor digivolved in the series, like, that was, like, a main, like, Digimon, then maybe, but, like, a Magnamon that is a fully realized Royal Knight and just is constantly in that form, I don't think would have any limitations.
No, that Magnamon was immature. Mm-hmm. So your question was, which one did Shoutmon? Shoutmon was... Where are you?
He never told me exactly where he was when we talked.
No, he told you
he
was...
said, come find me in the digital world.
Come find him in the digital world, yeah. He was at a pyramid-like place. So yeah, you're asking Hackmon this?
Yeah.
Shoutmon chose to spend most of his time in Versendi, the middle server in the digital world. A place replete with wild forests and tropical landscapes. It's where most of the wildlife in the digital world is, where most of the greenery is.
A large temple, by chance?
I'm sure there's probably one there. The servers are massive. Typically, if you can imagine something to exist, it's in one of them. The bottom one, at the very base of the digital world, is Ulud. It is a wasteland filled with mostly dinosaur and dragon Digimon. Volcanoes, rivers of lava and such. The middle one is Versendi.
Repeat the name of that.
Ulud.
U-L-U-D.
Okay.
Versendi's the middle one. It's where most civilized Digimon live, for the most part. And then, Skuld is the top. I'm probably butchering these names, but I'm whatever.
Yeah,
I think I think there was a thing that you posted in Digimon chat a long time ago that kind
is the highest level. It is the peak of civilization. It's where most high-level Digimon go, where most factions have their bases. There's sprawling cities on that level, and then in between each of them and above and below the highest and lowest, there are what we call terminals, like the Helix terminal where we're from. Smaller land masses that float between them, where most of actual civilization is. People that don't want to exist in the wildlife. The Helix terminal is where we're from. Avalon is a terminal that exists at the very peak of the digital world. And it's where our god, the Fairy King, used to live.
Your world sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
It's much different from what I've taken your world to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
For the sake of letting you know, let's see, where is it? Where do I have those exact notes? Where are my specific notes regarding the placement of certain things? Is it at the top? Oh. Nope. I'm trying to find a piece of information because this is the best time for me to let you guys know this. This is definitely somebody out there, one of you, should be taking notes on this stuff because it will be super relevant later down the road.
I'm just glad we finally are learning this in character so that I can use some of this knowledge.
I'm definitely going to be listening back to this later.
Ulud is protected by the Court of Dragons. That is the Royal Knights, Examon, Dukemon, Ulforce, Vidramon, and Dynasmon all existed there. They all came from there, from what I understand. They rose up from that place, so they protect it and fight against all the lawlessness that is on that level, because all the dragon and dinosaur Digimon there are wild and frightening. It's also the closest to what's called the Dark Area, which is underneath the digital world, where there's a lot of Digimon that we'd prefer not to be mingling with the rest of society. Versendi is protected by a faction of the Royal Knights called the Wild Knights. That's Lord Nightmon, Slepmon, and Gankoumon. They don't have a base of operations, though. Lord Nightmon has a castle there, but Gankoumon and Slepmon, they chose to roam wild. They were nomadic there. I used to be there with Gankoumon. That's where he found me and decided to start training me. And then, schooled up above. Where are you? It is protected by a faction known as the King's Eyes. Magnamon, Duftmon, Craniumon, and Alphamon as their leader. Although Alphamon and Omegamon reside typically in Avalon, where they act as the right and left hands of God. Alphamon would only ever descend if there was some issue to deal with. And Craniumon acted as the gate man for Avalon. There was only one way to get up there, one gate that led up to Avalon, and he protected it until everything happened. The Royal Knights maintained order in our world. They mostly stayed out of our politics. They didn't intervene or try to rule over anybody. They just made sure that the balance between light and darkness was always in order. Until the AOA came along, and the Death X army.
And you guys, you're nowhere near that kind of power then.
No.
Not yet.
Absolutely not. Collectively, none of us could hold a match to any of the Royal Knights. Even the weakened Gankoumon, who had been suffering from a fatal injury in his later years after training Sistermon and I, even he could probably beat all of us as we currently are.
That makes sense. And
look, a visual representation of the digital world. Bam.
Yes. I remember that.
And that other Digimon that we just beat, the Canabemon. You all said there was an ultimate?
That's an ultimate level Digimon. The intermediate stage between Mega and Champion, where we are. Normally, Digimon reach their forms that they do by aging naturally or acquiring power on their own, but our connections to you guys seems to accelerate our evolution.
So that's our next goal, then. She just nods.
If we're capable of that, then yes. We need to acquire more and more power, so that we can take the fight back to the AOA. The Digimon that lead it are most certainly Mega level. Or higher.
You mentioned one before. I think it was, Plutomon?
I don't know much about him, but yeah. He's, enigmatic. He appeared in the digital world around the same time the Death X army and the AOA asserted themselves.
He was the one that you saw, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he's actually with the AOA, mind you. when the AOA forces attacked Avalon, Plutomon seemed to simply appear and take advantage of the situation. I don't know if they were working together, but for that brief period their goals aligned. This is all neither here nor there, though. I think we should get these kids to where they're going.
Yeah, I was about to ask how close are we
Yes,
to
we are absolutely, like, walking into the doors of the radio tower right now is what we're doing, as I say in Hackmon's voice. Like, we are...
As I shout, Shoutmon!
He's like NPC style, like, walking into the wall of the radio tower. Like, like the controller's just being pushed in that direction. There's some digital world lore stuff for you guys for where you'll eventually go. But boo. Yes, you guys eventually you all Shoutmon at the building. You hear the ringing of a speaker system coming on. Just hey, what's up?
Oh.
God damn it.
We're back. Do you have our things fixed?
Absolutely, I do. Come on up.
You on the roof?
Sorry, what?
You on the roof?
Nah, I'm in Corey's office.
All right, we're on our way up.
Oh, well, let's do it.
Door's unlocked.
Yay!
All right.
Have the Buagamon and Hawkmon like entered with us, or are they staying outside?
They'll like come into the lobby, put their stuff in. As they turn behind them, they go and just as a precautionary measure, they lock the doors. And they're like, they tell you that they'll wait there while you deal with whatever you're doing. Okay. They could use the rest anyways.
Boraemon, watch outside, fly around, and make sure nothing comes.
He nods, stays outside. Just roll me a perception check for him, just for the general time you're in here.
Yep.
Gurumon's probably gonna do the same because he's a big boy. He can't get through the hallways.
You want him to just patrol the grounds?
Yeah.
Roger.
Well, we know he can fit in the lobby, but that'd be a tight fit.
Nat 20!
Oh, boy!
Is there not still a hole in the wall?
Roll me a perception check for
on
Garurumon.
one left.
Roll me a perception check for Garurumon.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Just for him, because Buraimon's gonna cover the air and like look around.
Looks to Boraemon. Keep your eyes trained on everything like a Hawkmon.
They have this. Like they are good. If anything comes near this building, you will know.
They've never had anything better in their entire lives.
All right. I'm gonna refill my water real quick because Shoutmon's about to do a lot of talking, so I'll be right back.
Oh boy, that's a good idea.
I love lore episodes.
It's the best.
Actually, no, I actually really do because now I have an in-character reason to have Noelle push Boraemon to try to be.
We're getting answers to long-standing questions.
I also love how we're finally able to keep our champions like kind of fulfilled for a little bit. So I love how we're now going to be able to use them to like
does that
look around for us and stuff.
Does the length you can keep them digivolved extend when you level up?
I think so.
Point?
Yeah.
Cool.
If it doesn't, I mean, we do have more D points now, so we can just keep them up there longer.
You've been leveled up longer than we have, so I.
Dude, I've had Boraemon as a Boraemon. I think literally probably all day at this point.
Yeah, probably.
He's been a Boraemon since we fought Musiamon.
Also, I have a question about this building that we're in right now.
Hmm.
Is there not still a gigantic hole in the wall from when Black Rumon tried to
probably
bust
big,
through?
probably like if Shoutmon probably pushed a bunch of like desks over and stuff and like nailed them into the wall to try to make a makeshift
Hey,
wall.
Hackmon, maybe you can watch the opening there, since you probably can't walk through here either.
Yeah.
You want Hackmon to do that?
That's up to Hunter.
And he's muted right now.
My buddy boy.
Also, Brett is gone.
Oh, hello.
What the fuck happened?
What?
Hi. Are you okay, buddy?
Hi. Yes. What does Hackmon want to do?
They're asking if like there's a hole that you guys knocked in the radio tower last time you were here, and the others are out patrolling. They want to know.
Hackmon's a little bit too big. Probably walk through the halls.
They're basically wondering, do you want Bao Hackmon to like guard the hole? So if anything tries to sneak into the building while you're talking, he's like on it.
What does Hackmon want to do?
He's good with whatever. You guys are just here to check in with Shoutmon, so
Okay.
he's up for anything. He could also just hang out front of the building. Because the thing is,
I'm just imagining we talk and then we hear like there's an enemy around and we just walk out and you just see Garurumon, Hackmon, and Boramon just have him already dead. And it's just like, don't worry, we got it.
Hey, scum.
are you doing okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Where's Bread?
Her
said that
computer's restarting.
Fucking
Yeah.
Oh,
died.
jeez.
Oh, boy.
She said that if she died, that it's because her
Oh,
computer was
okay.
restarting.
I
and
don't
stuff.
read Discord while we're playing.
Oh no, she said that before the game.
Oh.
She said that her computer's been updating and stuff because everything got wiped, and she might have to come back after.
That means
thing
there might
updates
be
sometime
people.
during the game.
More importantly,
Alrighty.
it's got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. The reason Hunter wasn't talking was because, well, one, I was muted, and two, he's not super interested in
The Digi world.
That's fair.
Did you
Just wanted to
put-
make sure you're
He
still
wasn't
around,
talking.
like nothing had happened.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Noelle's like, I want to learn a lot about my new home. I mean, what?
What? What are you talking
I
about?
don't want to go home. Leave me alone. My dad's home.
No,
Jesus.
my dad's not.
Aw.
Get over it.
She just looks at Hunter. Lucky.
Are any of our dads home?
Oh.
Sorry, what'd you say, Eric?
I said, are any of our dads home, really?
Really?
Mine is. I can't get him out. Mine's an asshole, and he made me move halfway across the fucking
Digimon,
world.
more like Daddy's gone.
Yeah.
Daddy
Daddy's gone
wasn't
Emblem
there
story.
to take me to the fair.
My daddy's not gone. My brother's gone because of my daddy. Letting that
My
hussy
dad,
fucking get my brother.
That out. So yeah, you guys
Oh,
guys
Noel.
enter into this place. You go up to Corey's office, which the only thing that really seems very different is a lot of the audio equipment's been pulled out of the walls and like reconfigured and reconstructed. It looks like Shoutmon's done some general maintenance and rerouted a lot of like power cables and whatnot. And there's also a lot of like bones that clearly used to have big comical pieces of meat on them before, just laying around wherever.
Oh.
You're getting up
Must
to the
not
main.
clean. Must not clean. Must not clean.
Getting up to the main area, you bump and you like go into that room, the control room that looks into Corey's actual studio with the big window. You see him in there, gathering up the phones, and he like rushes out to meet you guys in the lobby around where you know where those big cables fired across before.
Yeah.
Basically that lobby.
Cool.
Don't you beep boop at me, fucking thing.
I'm dead.
I'll take
How
you
things
down.
been, Shoutmon?
Hmm?
How things been here, Shoutmon?
They've been pretty good. Lonely, though. Not a lot over the radio. There's been some frequencies and some communications, but one signal that was there disappeared recently. I take it that was you guys. Did you stop it?
Yeah, we did.
We took your lead on Striketermon's base.
All right. Good. Took him down. Fucking 1-2 punch. Got him. Neat.
Good.
Well, you'll be happy to know that ever since then, there's been absolutely no signals. That kind, anyways. There's been some, like, mild radio chatter, probably just between soldiers, but nothing trying to cross dimensions, I mean.
Yeah, that's
Nothing,
good.
nothing particularly interesting.
It's all garbled and encrypted. I just know when there's signals. I don't really know what they are. I'd have to get, like, one of their communication devices to actually hack into them.
We found a group of Digimon heading over toward Primary Rock.
Oh.
They're downstairs right now. They have a bunch of eggs with them.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. All the Digimon you guys killed just disappeared before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
well-
that was just a thing they did.
No.
I don't like the use of the word killed. I feel bad.
Okay.
What
All the
homicide
Digimon you
is
murdered
better?
disappeared before.
She just like nods like I did murder that Goblimon the first day I was here.
They are changing something. They
He
said
was
that,
definitely murdered.
I don't know
He
what you-
ran and begged for his life.
Yes, Eric?
Oh.
Isaac's just gonna be like. They said that that happened. They were killed and turned into eggs before they got sucked into this world.
Hmm.
So I don't know what that means for all the ones that we fought before.
I was gonna see if you wanted to check up on something for us. She brings up the D-Spectre and tries to show that little pixely dot thing. This was an egg before.
But not like not like a normal one.
Mm-mm. Not from what we saw in that caravan, no.
I'm not familiar with this. When Digimon usually turn into eggs, they turn into actual eggs, and at Primary Village, well, at a Primary Village, I've never seen one. I mean, the D-Specters themselves are new. I don't know anything about them. Maybe they have some sort of backup function to protect the Digimon they're connected to. Do you all have it, though?
Case.
Yeah, all of us.
Yes.
Indeed.
If that's the case, then maybe we should ask Vidramon about this.
Would he? I mean, I don't think he'd have much more reason to know about this than Shoutmon does. Would you?
Well, I mean, if he's
he
the
is
one who
somebody
looks
who's-
after Primary Rock.
All I know is we
you
have
know
an
about
egg that we don't know anything about, and the only one that knows anything about eggs is apparently the ones that are in charge of those primary villages.
Yeah.
If it's nothing, then all we can do is tell if it's nothing, but we were eventually going to look around there anyway, right? I mean, not right now, but
I think it's
just something else to
I
bring
don't
up
think
when
it's
we get there.
absolutely necessary right now.
well.
Right now, we're
Raymond
going to
brought
hopefully go and
something
talk
up.
to Kay.
Yeah.
Raymond brought something up before that we're possibly sustained here because of our connection to the Digimon.
Yeah.
So
What about it?
would the opposite be true?
That the Digimon are sustained here by you?
Well,
We've seen
I
plenty
don't
of
think
Digimon
that's the
without
case.
You
humans.
might have noticed, but
Hunter?
we're
I don't think that's the case.
Why not?
Yeah.
We've seen plenty of Digimon
Yeah,
here
we've
without
seen plenty of
humans.
Digimon already here without humans.
Hmm. And while our circumstances could be different, I don't know, guys.
I don't know much about your world, but from what I've seen of it, it seems to me, or what I've heard about it from you guys and Corey, it seems to me this place functions more like the digital world than it does like your world. So,
Yeah.
maybe it's just we're more native to this place. Like, we get along with it better.
Yep.
It makes
It's probably
a lot
our
of
connection
sense.
to our Digimon that allows us to even be here. So
was what the
We
question
also
was-
noticed when we were taking things from stores that they would eventually just go back to them, so this world is probably acting a lot more like your world than it is ours.
when Doraemon disappeared, was the fadeaway like when he broke apart? Did he break apart the same way as all the other ones we fought?
Effectively, it was a bit more shimmery than it was. He broke down. He didn't like detonate into data as a lot of them do. He sort of slowly wiped away.
Hmm.
But it wasn't.
When
So it was
when did that egg appear?
Blades.
Right after, right?
Pretty much,
Shortly after
it
Doraemon.
appeared first in Oliver's D-Spectre. It first appeared as a loading bar that after the battle finished itself, then wrapped a box around it and then minimized it. And then shortly after, a similar loading bar appeared on everyone else's D-Spectre. And then once those ones had finished, Oliver's disappeared and Oliver vanished soon after.
It's probably just Doraemon. It's Doraemon's
Yeah.
egg.
Probably.
That's what I was
If
thinking.
we can find out more about it, that'd be great. But if we can't, then I guess hopefully we'll figure things out ourselves. Either way, she looks at Shoutmon. Are you sure you want to stay here?
Yeah. This place is great for monitoring things. Most of what the AOA has to move to contact each other right now is just basic communication equipment, and once I hack into it, I'll be able to know everything they're saying. They must have some base of operations somewhere on the island. I think I know where it is. and I'm trying to figure out how to get into it.
Ooh.
You're like, it's like, come with me. I'll show you. He like runs over.
Yeah.
He runs over to like a ladder that leads to the top of this part of the building, the right tower. I'm actually surprised I didn't notice it immediately, to be honest with you. Come on up here. He goes up.
Goes up.
Scramble, scramble. Scurry, scurry.
I love scrambled eggs.
Going up
Sure.
on the, going up to the top of the tower, you guys see a view that was previously blocked by most of the tall buildings in the city, because the radio tower's, like, it's a taller one for this part, but before the balcony looked out the other way, so the building itself prevented you from ever looking from the top of it over here, sharing the main map again. Points you over towards some mountains that are down to the southwest, and he's like, look over there. It's hard to see it whenever you're on ground level, but whenever you're up higher, he points to like this huge spire-like facility that's coming out of the middle of the mountain range.
Whoa. That's where you think they are?
I think so. It wasn't in the digital world. It wasn't in the Helix terminal whenever we came here initially, but it doesn't look like something from your world. So I'm thinking that it either appeared shortly before their attack and we just didn't notice it, or they've constructed it or brought it here.
The fact that we're thinking they can bring things is kind of
Well,
concerning.
they were sending a signal to try to contact their world and bring more people here. So
There's an area beside of it as well that seems to be connected to our city. That's where the school is. They could be using it to get a bunch of different materials.
There's also, well, we're up here. He points over towards the mountains to the northwest. It's kind of hard to see it from where we are. The mountains are blocking our view, but our equipment picked up what seemed like a distress signal coming from over there. But it was odd. It was like corrupt. It's waste. The signal itself seems distorted. I can't really explain it beyond there's no message. It's just encrypted data that I can't open up with this tower's equipment. But whatever is launching that signal, if the equipment there's much better. If they had used that initially to send the distress signal back to the digital world, they could have done it in a matter of minutes. So I don't know why whoever it is that's sending it didn't, I don't know why the AOA didn't hijack their facility instead of coming here. The only thing I can think of.
So you're saying the AOA probably doesn't have that facility then?
Yeah. In fact, I would guess that they probably noticed it, and whatever's over there is putting up a resistance against them.
Do you think
looks over to no, never mind, I can't, but Hackmon isn't here.
Nope.
Damn it!
Oh, looks over to freaking I'm trying to
Braimon?
remember the
Braimon?
not Boramon, no. Looks over to Sealsgermon, that's it.
Yes?
Do you know of any type of force back in your place that the AOA was hesitant to go against?
Shakes his head. In general, Izzy, could you roll me for Sealsgermon? Could you roll me just an intelligence check?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba!
fought the royal knights.
No.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
I've got no idea.
Maybe Bao Hackmon will know when we go back down.
I pat him on the shoulder.
Oh boy.
It's a good effort, soldier.
Jump up to pat him.
Oh.
He's not that tall.
Actually, he's only like 5'8", and because he's a dinosaur, he lurches forward.
I'm the same height as him.
He's
My God.
He does have a fairly wide silhouette, but that's only because of his tail and the fact that he has a very wide stance. He's like kind of always in ice skater position.
Oh, he's a big boy.
What about you, Lekismon? You hung out a lot with them, Bao Hackmon and names escape me. Continue.
Gankoma.
Yeah.
Gankoma.
Feel that.
God, what's wrong with me?
Whenever we came to the Helix terminal, we, mostly stuck to the sanctuary. Yeah.
Well, if there's something over there that's maybe keeping the AOA away, it could be someone we could go and talk to.
Whatever's
I have
keeping the
no idea.
AOA away.
Hey, wait.
And
Do you
if there's-
think maybe our D-Specters might have the equipment needed to decrypt the message?
Shoutmon puts his hands up.
I've got no idea, man.
I
They're
mean,
foreign technology to me.
That's worth a shot, right, guys?
What?
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
the
but-
question?
If you think
What?
you
And
can do it.
again,
Do you think our D-Specters might be capable of decrypting that corrupted message?
If you think you can do it.
sure, if you, I believe in you.
I will give it a shot.
Hmm.
Because I absolutely, I'm very confident that I can do this.
Of course you can.
I've been fiddling
Um,
around with these for a little bit as well, but I'm not sure if I can help you.
Garfield, I'm gonna let you give a shot at this.
Okay.
I'd like you to roll me. So assuming you like Shoutmon's like, all right, let's do it, let's try. He like hooks you up to the equipment, like takes one of the audio cables from the system and like asks you to bring up the D-Spector. If you do, he like plugs it very cautiously into the holographic display. Like I don't know if it's even gonna stick into it. And it as soon as you plug a cable like into the display, it does float there, connected in. A little holographic slot forms itself to connect to the audio cable.
All right. Do whatever you can, I guess.
I'm gonna need
Will
you to
do.
roll. It's gonna be a series of checks.
All right.
I
Can
need you
assist
to
him
roll
with either
me.
my digital interference or interface. Just to assist him.
Yes. Could you? I need. Yeah, you roll digital interference. To try to back him up, Deco.
I'll take the 14.
Okay. So I will consider that during these rolls. I would like a interface check first of all to see if the D-Spector can properly analyze and like incorporate the signal before it tries to break it down.
May I use my inspiration?
Yes, you may.
I will do that.
Good use.
Interface.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
That was the right decision.
What is wrong with you today, Izzy?
I'm enjoying this.
Well,
How many is this for you?
Oh my god!
This is preparing him for Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Fucked.
When Xanther gets drop kicked by
Oh,
Devin.
yeah. Fucking death.
and now, please roll me with advantage because of that check. I'd like you to roll me an analyze check.
Analyze. Ooh, that's gonna be much tougher for me. So here's hoping that advantage helps.
God damn, son.
Damn son.
It takes a while. It takes about 10 minutes for it to fully go through everything. Which you guys can tell me, the rest of you can tell me if you want to do anything during that time or if you want to escort the others to the like edge of the city or what have you. But during that, the message decrypts itself. First, it appears as a string of like digital symbols that you don't understand. Then it seems to bring up like an entire human dictionary and starts running through things and matching words, translating symbols. Eventually, it becomes a message that is very crudely translated. It looks more like machine speak than human speak, but it tries to translate as best it can. And the general gist of the message is, invaders present, sandstone towers under attack, desert breach imminent.
Oh boy.
How long did it take us to get that message?
That took about 10 minutes. So you guys, if you want to do
Okay.
other stuff during that 10 minutes, ask any questions. If you guys are close enough, you could escort the guys to the edge of the town because you're near it as it is. You could probably do it in that time and get back.
I'm aiding Garfield, so I'll just stay up here and if anybody wants to do that.
If you don't, if otherwise, Shoutmon will pass out your phones to everybody else. And he'll just be like,
All right, so I finished these as well. I figure that eventually you're going to go out beyond the range of this tower, so once you do, I set them up so they can form a network with each other, like long-range walkie-talkies. So if if this tower's ever not around to boost the signal, you guys can use these to talk to each other across, like, I mean, pretty far. Should be like somewhere around 50 to 80 miles.
Does he have Oliver's?
Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna look through his pictures.
Oh.
He looks for it anyways. He does scramble to find it, and then eventually comes back and apologizes. Like, I seem to have misplaced one.
Ah.
It would have probably been better for you to keep it anyway if you ever find it.
Maybe it got warped back whenever Oliver did.
She thinks back and she's like, "Well, at least that's one pointing to where he may still be alive."
Hey,
Yeah.
Shoutmon? How long have you been receiving this signal?
Pretty much ever since I took the facility over. After you guys dealt with what you were gonna do, and I started rigging stuff up to scan for audio frequencies, I picked it up pretty much immediately, so it was probably going on before you guys came here. I would guess that the AOA probably went and tried to take them over first before they came here.
Because this message was saying that the breach was imminent, so if we get there, they're probably already inside.
Yeah, but if
But
the
they're still
AOA,
sending
if the
it.
AOA had the place, then
They
well,
would've
they'd
shut
be
down
using
the
it,
signal.
right?
I mean, sometimes distress signals are just set up to go forever by a computer, right? Like it might not need someone manning
Again,
it.
though, if they had the place, then we'd see them using it, like Shoutmon
True.
said earlier.
Yeah, there's no signals like the other one, so if they have it, they're not at least using it for what they, to send a signal back to the digital world.
Yeah, so maybe they're not inside yet. In any case, it sounds pretty urgent, whether it's to back them up, keeping guys out, or a rescue mission.
Yeah, if they're in trouble,
Anybody
and
who's against the AOA can potentially help us.
Yeah.
if they're in trouble and they can help, then I think we should definitely check it out.
As soon as the others get back from getting those guys to the forest.
Buramon just sort of glides by guys like, after we do what we're doing.
After, yes. We have a
There's
list.
so much to do. We gotta go see Kay.
All we gotta do is go yell
gotta-
at Kay for a minute and then we can go.
Yeah, but we gotta go.
We're not
Kay.
like, oh, we're gonna
We
go
gotta
take
check
off
out
with our
the
friends.
distress signal. We gotta go beat up whoever's in the tower. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm just
It's
saying.
gonna be the case for a while.
I mean, it's cool. It's like with superheroes, but we're not because we could die. It's really awesome.
Jesus.
We
If it
could
wasn't for the-
die.
if it wasn't for the fact that something
But like
happened.
Fate from this world, which is kind of like
If it wasn't
I
for the
don't
fact
know.
that something happened last time we did that, I'd say that we should probably try scoping out both of the areas, but she shrugs.
Yeah.
Let's just call it professional pride.
Splitting up. Well, we didn't willingly split up last time, but we saw what can happen when it happens.
I don't think like splitting up is too bad of an idea. I know we lost all of it last time, but
That's because you guys were trying to find us, though. You rushed into something thinking we might have been there.
yeah.
If we were able to maybe think about it beforehand, maybe we could. I don't know. She shrugs.
Looks
Isaac
at
just
Noelle
looks to Noelle
surprised.
with wide eyes.
Everyone's shocked.
Oh.
Sorry, did I say something bad?
No, you said something
Oh,
good.
you said something good.
It's just,
Oh.
you know, you. What? I don't have the lights for this.
But yeah, you're.
I've been
right.
trying to think more not fightingly ever since Hunter talked to me.
I turns the hunter. Good
Yeah.
job. Double thumbs up.
But
She's
Are
being
you,
dumb. I had to stop it.
Wait, she's not dumb. She's just headstrong. You leave her alone. I'll beat you up.
No.
Isaac turns to Shoutmon. Are you sure there's not like any equipment you could like take with you to Primary Rock and huddle up with the others, or you sure you want to stick here?
I think I'm much more useful here, looking out for signals. I'm pretty much in the middle of the island, and if the AOA tries anything, then I've A, got the equipment to monitor them, and B, I can just poke my head over and look at that big old spire that I think they got in case it starts acting up. I'm not interested in sitting back and hiding. I want to take the fight to these guys any way I can.
You said you were lonely. Want us to point people back here just to make sure you keep your company? She smiles.
I mean, having some muscle around wouldn't necessarily... Just hear a voice above you. I think I can help with that. Shoutmon swoops down on top of the place and lands.
She just looks to him. So who are you again?
Oh.
I thought you were Doraemon for the longest time.
No, I'm not. Sorry. I met them whenever they were traveling, and thanks to your friend Oliver, I evolved into this. And,
Goes and pats. Well, thanks for the help.
You got a name?
Oh my god.
I'm Shoutmon.
It's nice to meet you, Shoutmon. Thanks.
Because I stood by and watched a lot of my friends got hurt. I don't intend to do that anymore. I want to stay here and look after the city, help out Shoutmon, and when the time comes, I can try to help you guys as well.
As long as you watch Shoutmon, you're already helping enough. If anything happens to him, get him out of here.
Protecting is important.
I mean, if you really want to help Shade fucking you,
I did.
No, Shade.
And I don't mind the company around here, absolutely. I welcome it, like I said. But why don't you escort those Digimon downstairs to Primary Rock, then fly back here? Shoutmon looks to them, looks over to you guys. Would that be acceptable?
Absolutely.
I'd feel a lot better knowing that they had somebody with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They could use all the muscle they could get.
If there are more Digimon out there patrolling like that Cannon Beamon, then I'll try to find them, and I'll try to take them down as well. So you guys can travel around more easily.
We'll send anybody we find up toward the radio tower as well.
Yeah.
We could
Don't
build
be too brave.
We can build a real resistance here.
Yeah. We're gonna be a squad. Gonna have cool names and stuff. It's gonna be so good.
I'll have
She'll just turn to the others
No.
before we think about splitting up or anything like that. We should probably go and see Kay
Agreed.
while we're all still here at least.
Admiral Garfield.
No.
Shoutmon's like, all right, I'm gonna help the others. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Cherry.
Before Shoutmon leaves, Isaac is going to walk up to him. I'm glad that you're a little more active now, but I think definitely those Digimon's the safety should be your #1 priority, not taking the fight to any huge destructive Digimon you might see.
Don't worry. I'll just do recon first. This armor was given to me by my fallen comrades, and the power to use it was given to me by your friend. I don't intend to let any of it go to waste.
That's good. Keep them safe, all right?
Nods, hops downstairs to get the others, and we can assume they head off on their own. Are you guys going to head out to talk to Kay, do you think?
I think that's probably the best idea.
Next on the list.
Let's do that.
Since there's no Cannon Beamon anymore to randomly attack you as you travel.
Hooray!
I
This is our city now, bitches!
Can we look for stuff on our way?
No!
Hold on. And this is a Schmuck's Quest day, and we're nearing 3 hours.
Is it? Is it, buddy?
Yes.
Yes,
Damn it.
I think this is a good time to cut so that everybody can prep and rest before the other game that we have to play. It seems like a good cutting off point.
That's fair.
That is very fair.
So, we're going to take off, and we're going to come back next time with, assuming them arriving at Raymond's place to talk to Kay. And, you guys basically, just so you know, you basically are now aware of all the major
points of interest on the map, which I've marked with all sorts of little X's. So the rest of the campaign is pretty much open world. It's up to you guys.
That's exciting and terrifying.
Yes.
Exciting and
Oh my
terrifying.
God.
and
All right, let's just split into 4 groups so we can get to each.
I don't think we should split up though.
We don't have enough people for that.
I'm actually very happy because I think as of today's game, there's a lot more world for you guys to interact with as opposed to the AOA fucking bombarding you with battles.
If we would have, if Cannon Beamon would have been stronger, I was about to not only use elemental weapon on Buramon as well, but also the combat protocol.
Oof.
He was gonna be a god.
Oh shit! Right. At some point, whenever we get like a long rest, I've had a chunk of metal in my backpack that I've never analyzed successfully.
Damn.
Roll me an analyze check.
Should
All
give
right.
You should probably
but
give that to Hunter.
Hunter was
Why
trying
does
to
Hunter
analyze-
get all of
during
them?
the only major
Because
period
he's
where they
really good
could've-
at it.
During the only major period where you could have analyzed something today, you were trying to analyze the staff.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
You got a 16.
you did that. I'm going to check the.
Oh, wait, we're not
inventory.
playing.
1 sec. So the chunk of metal, the DC's 13. It is a chunk of Chrome Digizoid, a silver chunk, and basically whenever your Digimon evolves, you can attach it to them and use it. It's a one-use version. It literally does the same thing as the bar, but just once. It gives them +2 AC while they're evolved for that period.
Gotcha.
That's pretty
So
good.
there's no point in me keeping both of those things. Does anyone want like a single use of like a +2?
I would love it.
Dude.
Does anyone else want to
Can
make
you
a bid?
see? Can you imagine the amount of AC Buramon would have?
How much?
Oh,
Dude, I gave him +2 today from my
Shield of the Faith.
Shield of Faith. I gave him +1 from Warding Bond. I gave him Mirror Image.
Oh
That doesn't affect your AC. But
I know, but it makes him harder to hit. Anytime something misses him, he gets a free attack on them with Tsumabagaishi.
Oh shit.
Also, Logan, this question can probably wait for after.
Okay. Do we want to give Buramon that the chunk?
If no one else wants to make a bid for it, then sure.
Yay! No. I get a thing. I get a thing that I don't have to give to someone else immediately.
oh my god.
What'd you say? What was that, buddy?
Oh, I was gonna say Bao Hackmon already has a thing that boosts his AC and gives him evasion and more movement and whatever.
Yep.
all
His
of
AC
the neat
nasty,
things
dude.
I've found other than this staff have been literally like, oh, this works better for you guys. Here you go. This works better for you guys. Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
There you go.
Even though it's just one use, I'm fine with it.
Reminder: you have to use it during evolution, so you can't
Yes.
you can't apply it to Buramon after the fact.
Understood.
All right, next time you guys are going to arrive back at Raymond's condo, where Kay will be waiting for you to probably kill you. 'Cause,
Probably.
Yay!
Most likely.
She's just jealous that I was in more magazines.
obviously, secret antagonist.
Yes.
But
She saved
we can't
Paige
have
only
two
to kill
secret
her herself.
antagonists.
What with her saving 2 of you on 2 separate occasions.
We can't have 2 secret antagonists.
She just wanted to kill them
Dick.
herself.
All right. And
I'm so
last thing I'm
happy.
going to do before we take off is I'm going to give you guys the experience for Cannon Beamon. Boop.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so
Pretty
no,
sure that's more than 800.
yes.
I'm pretty sure that's
that
more than
pushed
800.
you over the edge. You got that level that you were just barely
Yay!
before. So all right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yay!
Bye!
I